I have now hit the recording button. There we go. I remembered to do it like a big girl. Let's go. All right.
You can turn it off.
Shut it off.
Now then,
How dare you defy tradition?
Well, it's time for me to say it. Salutations. Hello.
Hello, Owl. Owl,
Oh shit,
please
there's another
now.
person in here. Where that happened?
What the fuck did I do? Oh shit. Refresh.
Yes.
Shit. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I kind of messed up the thing.
Hey, I'll let you know that I am an almond, not a peanut.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I'm not going to deny that I'm a nut, but
Please do. Please do deny it, please.
What?
We missed you
confused.
too.
They
Don't
put a bag
worry.
over my head, and then
I missed
suddenly
all
I
of
was
it.
here.
Look, everyone knows that kidnapping is the main way to make friends in today's day and age.
What is this? Oh. Why is it letting me select stuff that I don't even see? What the heck?
I am currently window shopping on Steam, Kim. Is this good? Probably not. Am I finding anything good? Probably not.
There we go. And we are going to slot you. There's not a lot of space in the peanut gallery actually on the stream. I'm probably gonna have to like make all of you like super small.
I'm
Yes.
not a peanut.
Shrink me. Make me to my desired size. You are only feeding into my inhibition.
I always knew you were next question.
Alright, let's go. This should be good. Alright. Hello everyone. I missed you.
The
I missed
entirety
this
Fucking
whole
document.
thing.
The entirety of Alien Colonial Marines is for $6, and in all honesty, if they're paying me that $6, I will play that game.
Hello everyone. Oh gosh, it's been a while. So
I like
we've
how
got
you
everyone
made the
here.
image scream at me whenever Owl talks.
Well, it's
What
not
did you just
my.
say to me? I'll have you know I graduated top of my class in bird school.
I don't like being yelled at!
Wait. But did you graduate with honors in bird school?
Oh, good question.
Anyways,
See?
I'm so excited to be on this stream, and it is nice to be all of you.
Ah, yes, dodging the questions.
I have one question for you, Al.
No.
Are you proficient in bird law?
Oh my god.
my
You are.
God.
Please do not start with the lawyer jokes right now. We are going to be there
That's actually
all
a
night.
reference. Always
Oh boy, I have no medication for today either. This is gonna be great.
Oh dear. Oh whoops. Oh dear. Okay.
I need to get a
do-
new prescription for my medication too.
Gotcha.
Oh,
So,
boy.
we do. Anyways, we do have some. Right, we do have some enhancements for the overlay. Mainly, just I made it so that the text at the top that was like occupying like a good part of the right of the screen is now transparent, so now it should be possible to kind of like see what is going on underneath that. So that's good. That's basically the main fix I could do for that. And actually that's kind of it.
Why is there? That's disgusting. Why is there boogers in your stream? Disgusting.
Sorry, I blew
What?
my nose.
Why is there what?
Why is there boogers in your stream? That's disgusting.
Sorry, I blew
What
my
the
nose.
Who littered in the stream? What the heck? You're not supposed to do that.
I'm from New York. Littering is a way of life.
Hey,
thought you said that the way of New York was that everyone's God-given right to being an asshole.
It's that too. Don't question it.
All right. Anyways, now I only need to start the game, which is starting right now, and I need to also like set it up on OBS
Well, Akijam
and
starts
such.
the game. I'm sorry, chat, but everyone here has just lost the game.
Huh.
Joke for you, I never began the game.
What?
Yep.
Well, we're
Do
just
not-
starting the game.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
It's a really, really old, cringy meme. He's a
Mhm.
boomer and memery.
That is not it. That is not it. There it is. That's it. Whew. I almost doxed myself by showing everyone my Spotify playlist. That's
But
okay.
doxing
That's
is
good.
half the fun.
Okay. Now I am going to do the share my screen, share this game. 720p, 15 frame rate. There we go.
God. This is already going to be something, because when I saw the Great Ace Attorney, all I could think of was the Great Ape Attorney.
You say that, and I just remembered a really bad robot chicken sketch involving grape ape. And they said, oh, he said grape ape!
So how does the defense plea?
I'm sorry, I'm an owl. I can't make those noises.
Oh.
None. But
Okay,
none.
I'm gonna say this. Even though you say you're an owl, you can't make those noises. Birds have great vocalization skills. You can probably do it.
Hey! This is Ace
No.
Attorney. Stop bringing your science into this.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
your
fine.
brain on the shelf right now.
Well, you see, there's a problem about that.
Mm-hmm.
It's already on the shelf.
Which now that I mentioned owl, did you have a license to be an owl?
Yes, yes, I do. I was born with it.
Okay, where's your owl license?
My owl license?
Exactly.
I don't need to show you my social security.
Oh my gosh. All right, so
Don't worry,
if I
just
recall
have a bitch
correctly,
give away your credit card information on
Hey,
we can probably
Darn it.
look at the court record as well. If I recall
I didn't
correctly,
even.
we got the. Actually, is there a log? Back. There is a history. Let's say we are quietly. When so we lost our chance, having still not managed to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin, we are unceremoniously chased out. That is to say, we are quite literally picked up and thrown into the passageway outside. To be continued. All right. Now,
Oh, god damn it, I just got the joke of her name.
what, Pavlov?
Pavlovian.
I thought you.
Pavlovian.
Yeah, I thought you got it last time as well. Did you just get it again this time? Okay. I mean that's very possible. Anyways, we were trying to investigate there, but we got just kicked out. So now we're back here. Al, do you want to take this character? She's kind of like
Let me think of a voice.
she's kind of like a somewhat refined
Japanese.
kind of
Very Japanese.
yeah,
Mm.
polite, refined a bit. She judo throws people as well. So yeah.
Correction, one person.
Well, yeah, it's one person so far. she judo throws
Soon.
one person
Use the
so
voice
far.
that you would like to use if you were going to judo throw Aki.
Okay, well.
Well, hold on.
Okay, hold on
Look,
there.
we know
Hey,
Akijam. Look, we know Akijam deserves it, but not all.
Wait, why do I do? Why? That is mutiny. I will not stand for this. Oh, jeez.
I'm just here.
I'm
Okay? I'm trying
American.
to
We
think of
mutinize against anyone English.
But she's French.
Okay.
Same difference.
I wish we hadn't been thrown out like that.
That's good. That's good. I wish we'd managed to find some clue as to what that speckled band might be.
We didn't manage to investigate at all. And I imagine
Ah!
There
Wow.
he is.
that we won't be able to for a while longer.
I remember.
We'll
that I
never
was
get past that
interested in
sailor guarding the door.
I remember I was him. I remember that.
Yeah, you're him. Yeah, he's beef stroganoff.
Sir, you are literally built like a beef wall.
Yes, I am Beef Wall. Fear me.
He's clearly
I
glaring
am
at us
beef
as if to
Jake.
say. He's clearly glaring at us as if to say, "Don't even think about it." Like that, exactly, as Russian as he is. Oh, wait a minute.
Wait, he's Russian?
He's
What
Is
Russian.
it Tommy?
Stop.
Return of the Dottie Face. Well, what happened to our great detective friend? Where did he go?
Oh God, Tron's the detective. I forgot about that.
Oh, yes!
Oh yeah,
Don't
you're
do me
detective
I
now.
now.
completely forgot
He's
what was
completely
his name.
disappeared.
That's gonna be
Emails
fun.
again.
Just do like whatever you think Sherlock Holmes might sound like. Except funny. Oh no.
Actor
Oh
Gadget.
no.
Inspector
Actually, oh my gosh, I want him to sound like kind of like a refined Inspector Gadget, if possible. Oh my god.
I don't
It's-
remember how
Fine.
Inspector Gadget's voice
Him?
is.
Good
Okay.
luck.
Time to YouTube this while we wait for him to reappear.
Okay. Well, wait for him to. Wait for who to reappear?
Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, the guy. Cool, got it. Oh yes. Okay, that's Oh, did you read it, Al? Sorry.
Okay. Oh, yes! He's completely disappeared.
When did he do that? Slipped away as quietly as the wind. But not before ensuring these were securely back on my wrists. Alright, I guess we examine. Anything new here? I think we saw the ship protocols last time. We should probably check the court record real quick, just to remember. Okay, that's the university pin, paper seal, because I will stick this over. The doors of the rod rope for me says keep out. In Japanese, though, I'm not sure the Russian crew can actually read it, which means this was useless. The Russian wrote for wardrobe in purple ink. It would appear to have been written in the victim's final moments. An article on the front page of a Russian newspaper. The headline reads, "Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai." Article on the back page, "Renowned prima ballerina of the Novivik Ballet disappears from Shanghai." A diary Kazuma was keeping of his trip to London. According to the last entry he made before his death, he spied what appeared to be a speckled band. Alright, so we got all of this. Built like keeping two fridges strapped with rope. Oh my gosh. I can see it. Alright, let's try. I really wish we'd had a chance to look around in Miss Pavlova's cabin. What?
What? Why do you like that? Why you look like that? You want something? Maybe you want me to throw you out again, huh?
Oh, no. Definitely
Alright,
not
Tommy, I'll
that.
throw you out again. Alright, here we go. Next time I have you throw out, I show you a lobster spin winter. Understand?
I understand. Maybe I should
No,
steer
me
clear of
first.
him until he's forgotten my face.
I don't think he'll ever forget your face.
Your face ugly.
Okay, you're gonna have to tell me how to say these names, by the way.
Uh,
'cause-
Oh,
call him
Nahu.
Don't
It's,
worry, we just call him Hobo.
You call him hobo. I actually
You call-
say Naruhodo.
No, his name is Hobo.
It's Naruhodo-san. Naruto-san.
Naruto-san.
Yeah, like that. Yeah. This we've seen. This we've seen.
How the hell does this teacher expect me to do this assignment if the fucking file he wants us to use isn't in the fucking thing?
Oh yeah, by the way, Wolf is doing assignments right now, so yeah.
That door leads to the second class area.
The second class. Such abhorrence, people. I simply can't stand the look of their middle class clothing.
But you're third class.
I don't
that
have a
could've-
casual mommy voice.
I was gonna read that. It's I mean, you nail it though. You're nailing the voice.
Oh boy.
It's locked. Can't open it.
No? Well, that stands to reason. No one wants to let in the murderer. Oh god. No one wants to let the murderer escape.
Gosh, she gave me a very stern look when she said that. Also, I might have to... Do I have to move these other... No, actually, this is perfect positioning.
Ah.
None of you... Oh, never mind. When you start speaking out, it covers the...
I'm
the
sorry, my
text.
head's a little too big.
It's fine. It's fine. At least it's readable some of the
I will
time.
be back.
Most of the time. Oh, okay. You're going to your thing?
Oh,
Alright.
yep, they're gone.
Yeah. Don't worry about that. Wolf will be back with us in about 30 minutes to an hour. Something like that.
Oh
Anyways.
boy! Time to butcher his character!
Oh my god. Oh dear. Okay, I guess basically the only place left is just first class cabin number 1. Yes, that's our cabin.
Oh, mousetrap in the corner.
Not our cabin. It's
Kazuma-sama.
Kazuma-sama's.
Grammatical correction. It was his cabin.
Your combination is confined to the wardrobe inside the cabin.
Hey. You know how to make a stowaway feel small, don't you? As small as the wardrobe I've been calling home. Anyway, I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga has managed to uncover any new clues. Oh, right, he was doing stuff over there, right?
Yes, we should probably find him and ask.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's go. We just gotta move to here.
Whoa!
Is there gonna be music here?
Music
It
is
looks
for the
like
weak.
it looks like they're still investigating it here.
Yes, on that subject. I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga is unscathed.
What do you mean? Wait. What do you mean unscathed?
Surely you haven't forgotten, have you? I'm just gonna call him a Hodu-san. Hodu-san?
Call him hobo. That's
Oh
what he
my-
deserves.
Oh my gosh. He doesn't deserve that much. The guy's been through enough already. He might be an idiot, but he's been thrust into these situations too often. I mean, he's only been thrust into these situations twice so far, but like, that's already
Keeping the
more
family
than
tradition
enough.
alive.
Naruto-san. Don't you remember what he said about allowing you out of this cabin to investigate? He was going to talk to the captain about it. And he said he'd lay his life on the line for you.
Oh, yes. But I'm sure he was exaggerating. Let's see what he has to say
yes.
for himself.
Uh,
Might have some new
I want
information
to
for us.
point out, V recommended a very nice compromise to the whole issue. Call him Naruto-san.
All right.
Thank you, V. That will be placed into considerations.
I'll come.
I
up
will
with something.
I will find out who. Fuck. I will figure out Kazuma's killer. Believe it.
Oh God.
It's my lawyer way.
It's my lawyer way. Okay. Bah! Damn it. I am
temporarily
stuck in a box
encased
now.
by the Russian.
How long has this been? Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Fuck. No, it's stuck. I
Trapped,
can't
kid,
see.
trapped. What are you gonna do about it?
You don't know. I can't lift it up. It's too heavy.
See you, mauled.
Oh, there we go.
Good. Good.
He might have some new information for us. You never know.
What is going on with this music?
That's the investigation music. Oh, fuck.
Yes, the third sailor.
Yeah, no, it's Inspector Hosonaga. Look at his face.
You know, you can tell me that he was dead.
Jeez.
Oh my God, is this guy again?
You're back.
Sir.
Inspector!
Sir.
What happened to you? Your face is.
Please, don't worry about it. They're just scratches.
Made by
Some
a
pretty
bear,
violent
maybe.
scratches.
When I told the captain that I'd given you permission to investigate, he told me he'd pummel me with his fist and then toss me overboard.
What?
But the pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. So, it was nothing. It was nothing, really.
It looks like he wasn't joking when he said he'd lay his life on the line if he had to.
Well, thanks to your efforts, we now know a little about the neighboring cabin.
Yes. So I understand.
Oh,
I bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago. I think his name was something like... Herlock Sholmes. I don't think he was German, though.
Ah, that explains it.
Shall we compare notes, then? We can tell you what we found out.
Oh, Prince of Persia is $2.
Yes. Let's do it.
Alright. Saki time.
Prepare to receive my notes.
What? Nikolina Pavlova? She's in the cabin next door?
Oh, do you know who she is?
Please, what self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know that graceful angel?
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh,
She really
dear.
is. She really is an angle.
Oops. I think I upset him there.
Well, that tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case, at least.
Oh, how?
yes.
Because angels don't go around committing crimes, do they?
Like, wait.
Laughs in first of the fallen. Laughs in first of the fallen.
Jesus. Oh my God.
Lucifer Morningstar just burst down into the room. Like I chime in
burst
like,
out.
haven't you people ever heard of closing the goddamn door?
Oh Oh my god.
Oops. And now I've definitely upset him.
Inspector, has your investigation in here proved fruitful?
You know, Aki-jam.
Yeah?
You know, when this is done, might I recommend trying out the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog?
I already streamed that. Dude,
Oh,
I
you
already
did?
streamed that. Yeah, I pinged you. I pinged it in the. It's like only a few hours long. We finished it in like 5 hours.
Yeah.
It's free. It was a free game for the April Fools. Yeah, that's how you call it. Anyways, what did
That's
I
maddening.
want to say? Right. So basically, yeah, we finished it already. Me and Al. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I
Nice
pinged.
dude.
I'm pretty sure I pinged your server for that as well.
You
So-
probably did, but I have been dead for the last couple of days for good reason.
Ah, okay, yeah, that's fair. But yeah, I already did it, and y'all can see the VODs in my VOD channel after this stream is done. So that's something you can do. Yeah. They're a bit scuffed because I kind of like lacked internet at some point during one of them. I do intend to make a compiled version and put it up on YouTube though in the near future. So yeah. So yeah, that's that. But yeah, we already did it. What I do intend to do later is how do you call it? Ghost Trick Remastered. This is definitely on my list. And it's gonna be fun. It's like Ace Attorney, but it doesn't have any legal bullshit. So, well, it doesn't have any legal bullshit because it doesn't have any legal thing anyways, for the most part. So, it's gonna be super enjoyable. Yeah, so anyways, yeah, no, you'll see. It's a good game. Anyways.
If I'm honest, there's very little more that I can do. Our duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed, ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. So I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that...
She
You
was
know,
like,
international
she was like,
waters.
oh, I see.
Oh,
You know,
I
given the
see.
nature of international waters,
Mhm.
you wouldn't be handed over to. I don't think you would be handed over to Hong Kong. You'll be handed over to I believe. How does international waters laws crimes go again?
Well, they did a stop in Shanghai before, and then they went ahead. The murder happened, and I'm assuming that Hong Kong is the next stop. So yeah. So that's probably why. But then there's the question of like, at the time, was Hong Kong part of China? So was it the same jurisdiction? You know what? You're probably better qualified to do that research for that. I'll keep going with the funny haha narration stuff. So yeah.
There's one thing. I do have a small piece of new information for you.
Oh, what?
Yes, do tell us, Inspector, please.
Okay, so apparently Tron crimes in international waters belong under the jurisdiction of the International Space Station. Can you confirm?
I'm finding something very different. Well, let
Okay.
me give me a bit more time to find a much more reputable source.
Okay. New information. Let's go.
Wow.
What is this new information you have, Inspector?
You know, before we continue, funnily enough,
Huh?
we already had the first crime in space too.
Oh,
It was
was it
theft.
smuggling?
It was theft.
Oh, okay.
Space
Okay.
crimes.
Space
Space
crimes.
crimes!
Space crimes.
Space crimes!
Space
Look at the space
crimes.
crimes.
Space
Doing them in
crimes.
space.
They're crimes that are in space, and they're so rad because they're in space. Space crime.
I took this pen from my coworker.
From space.
Once you're done arguing, can I present you my new information, please?
Space crime.
Sure. It's this. The Buria's medical officer has finished his examination of the body. I managed to obtain the report.
Oh, Kesma's postmortem report.
Azula-sama.
So, what was the cause of death?
Damage to the cervical vertebrae is what's written in the report.
Ooh.
His neck was broken?
Yes, it would seem so. There were no obvious wounds or other signs of injury. So at first, I think they were considering poison. But it turns out they found no trace of poison in his system at all.
Well, what weapon was used then?
Nothing has been found as yet, but the fact that there are no signs of a wound suggests it may have been a blunt object, something that wouldn't leave a mark.
Oh, I see.
All the body's nerves run through the spine to the brain. A strong enough to impact to the neck could induce death. It is possible, and no obvious wound would be left. Oh,
Depends very heavily on how you break the neck.
I would guess so, yeah. But I would assume that in this case, it was broken in such a way that there's no visible outside mark.
Yes. I forgot I have XCOM.
Poor Kesma.
I have a second copy of the report. If it might be useful, you're welcome to have it.
Really? Are you sure?
Yes, it's fine. I trust you.
Wow.
Damn.
He's a much better person than you are, Susato. As if he's actually a friend.
Yay. Well, he's actually seen Naruto defend himself in court. She hasn't. So, yeah.
After all, if I didn't trust you, I'd never have agreed to you leaving this cabin in the first place, would I?
Ah. The postmortem report has been entered into the courtroom record. We will have a look at it real quick, just in case there's any extra information. Report from the SSB, given the cause of death at cervical spine injury, there's no traces. Can I examine it? Alright, victim, male Far Eastern, time of death, sometime between 1 a.m. and a little past 2 a.m. That means this is gonna be important, the timeline of events. Cause of death, damage to the cervical vertebrae resulting in instant death. The victim's neck was almost certainly broken as a result of a strong blow to the area. No obvious external injuries or traces of poison. Okay. So pretty much the new pieces of information we get from that is when it happened. That's good.
Wow! Wow! Oh, Mr. Shalom. Sorry, that name just catches me. That name catches me off guard. I'm sorry. Oh, Mr. Shloms was here, was he?
I know you. Should we just call him Schlums?
I like
From
calling
now
him
on.
Schlums because I think it's
Schlums.
funny.
Schlums.
His name's Schlums now. I thought it was
Schlums.
funny.
Schlums.
Mr.
Call him Lux
Schlums.
Schlums.
Hey, Artificer,
Lux.
no. We have a bit more class here. So how about
Let-
Schlong?
Oh, Mr. Schlongs was here, was he?
Yes. He seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he crept about on the floor investigating. But then he suddenly left. I suppose he must have become bored.
Did he say anything at all?
Actually, now that you mention it, yes. Just one thing, but he practically shouted. "It's shoe polish!" was all he said.
Shoe polish? I wonder what he meant.
Was when he was over there by the piece of broken glass. You see?
Oh, yeah, this part. Utmost. Mr. Schlums. Thank you for seeing us here. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's your line, by the way, Al.
Oh. Huh, perhaps he was talking about the brick-colored mark. Do you think?
Yes, that must be it.
But how could Mr. Sholmes know that it's shoe polish?
That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea.
Hmm.
What is
What
it,
is it?
Suzato-san?
Oh, sorry, I got. I was
that's-
excited. Well,
Also, do you like my impression of your voice?
it's very.
It's
Well-
alright. I can take criticism.
Maybe you should keep a 5-foot distance.
Oh. I see. Sorry for the disturbance. Just kind of like scooches over.
Kazama-sama was wearing leather shoes with a very dark tan hue.
Dark tan? Sort of dark brownish red, then.
Yes, it'll like the color of red wine, but darker. I often repaired them for him.
Oh! Does this mean that this mark was made by the polish in Kazuma's shoes as they scuffed on the floor? Alright, we got it.
That's
Tron?
I am back.
Oh, welcome back. Just be sure to take the habit of muting yourself if you ever have to leave, your computer as well. Just, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Where were we? Yeah.
That's really all I can tell you at this stage. I should return to my post. My fellow crewmen's eyes are boring into the back of my head.
Yes, that might be for the best. Thank you.
Well, Inspector, you look exhausted.
Oh, no. Well... I feel terrible that I failed to protect Esuke-san. It was my responsibility. Of course, my pain is nothing compared to yours. You were his friends. Truth is, I seem to have had a heavy head ever since I woke this morning.
Heavy head? That's interesting. My head's still throbbing too. Alright.
Almost as if someone was knocked unconscious.
What? Blah, 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 blah.
Whoa.
Oh
we're
yeah,
gonna
Dead
talk-
Island. Dead Island
Hmm?
2 came out, and apparently it's completely it's a horrible game. Well, it's an average game.
Anyone smell a gas leak? Oh dear. All right. This one is gonna be for you, Tron.
What did I do for his voice again?
You.
What did you go?
Oh, sorry. I just went to the next door cabin to.
Why? Who gave you permission for this?
Well, I mean, Seaman Hosonaga did.
That's new. Japanese, was it? Lights out! I will roll him into a ball and throw him in the cold room.
He's gone back to guarding the door.
We hope Inspector Hosonaga doesn't find himself in too much trouble on our account.
Nah, he's really gone out of his way to help us, hasn't he? When we get back in Japan, we'll have to take him for a steak at Black Carnival. And possibly
Artificer?
not kill him. I mean...
I am the topic.
Oh,
That
dear.
could be a very long time from now. God, I'm going to try and learn this one. Naru Hodo-san. Naru Hodo-san.
Alright. Let's see. Is there anything new here? Oh, the sword is down there. We already saw it. Oh, we should probably inspect this. Oh, that's your line, by the way.
Oh. I space out. Hi.
Yeah, it's fine.
I saw
Hello.
shiny, and that's what caught my attention.
Shiny
real
glass.
bird.
See shiny. It really is such a beautiful color, this glass.
It looks like whatever it was has broken clean in two. But the other half is nowhere to be seen.
And then there's the brick-colored mark.
Which is shoe polish, according to that great detective you seem to know all about.
I suppose it must be from Kazuma-sama's shoes.
Maybe, but what I'd like to know is, how can a detective be so sure that it's shoe polish and not something else?
Because he's a great detective, of course.
Oh yeah, important bit of information. Susato is a big fan of Herlock Shlums. Sorry.
Herlock Shlums.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Schlum!
And that's hardly a reason, is it? Oh, it's not going to our... Okay, cool. Thank you. Alright, everything here has been... this has not... neither has this. Okay, cool. Let's re-explore this part. All the books provided for passengers occupying this cabin, neatly arranged on the shelf.
They were all over the place when we first looked around, if you remember.
Oh, yes. And you tidied them up, didn't you?
You have to look after the ship's property. Unruly behavior in the cabins leads to damage.
Yeah, Tron, you remember when she decided to tamper with the crime scene? Because it was too untidy?
Please don't remind me.
Okay. Noted. Let's... but...
I tampered
I
with
am
the crime
already-
scene?
You should have been here for the first case. Oh boy! if there wasn't such an obvious telltale sign of crime scene tampering, then I don't know what is. Because how do you give me 2 photos of the quote-unquote same exact time crime scene when the subject in question is very obviously in 2 different positions?
Wow.
Oh my god. But I remember that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, it's Prosecutor out, she got disbarred. We don't have to worry about him anymore. But it
Ritual suicide is the only way he can ever regain his honor.
oh my god. Oh dear. Please do not talk about that on stream, please.
Oh boy.
Anyways, but it really wasn't me who knocked him over.
Well, anyway, I feel much better now that they're neatly lined up. I can't relax when things are untidy.
Looks at my entire room. Yeah. Nah, to be honest, my entire room is much tidier now. That's good. Ah, the desk. And this is where Kazuma-sama's. Wow, damn, I didn't know you were that reverent towards Kazuma, Ryunosuke. This is where Kazuma spent his final moments writing his diary.
1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
Looking at his writing here on this page, it's almost impossible to believe that he's gone.
Kazuma-sama left us with a valuable clue in these words. I'm sure of it. We have to solve this mystery. I'm going...
The person who spent every single...
Naruhodo-san.
Says the person who spent, like, every waking moment continuously blaming Hobo for the crime.
Well, not continuously. Now she's kind of, like, mellowed out a lot more. We will. Oh, the grill. So this ventilator joins to Miss Pavlova's cabin.
Yes, that's right.
Just a few minutes before he died, Kazuma saw something emerging from it. A speckled band, as he described it.
Only Miss Pavlova had been able to shed some light on it, but she seemed as baffled as we are.
Yes. What if she's telling us everything, though?
I'm not sure.
I know most people aboard would say the same about me, but there was something about that woman that didn't sit right with me.
Calling it now. She did some ballerina kick to break his neck.
Oh my god. You think?
Whoa.
Yes.
I mean, that does sound like a nice corny twist, but... Okay.
The weapon was her foot.
Her foot in his face! Oh my gosh.
The weapon was Steppy's.
Death by steppies, oh no. Smiling.
Artificer, stop it. We do not condone this. I do not condone this.
So it's clear that these letters were written in the ink that was somehow spilled on the floor. Did they spell the Russian word for wardrobe?
It does seem to be an unambiguous pointer to you. Naruhodo-san? as you were sleeping in there.
You're doing good. But to be truly unambiguous, it should have just spelled out my name, don't you think?
Well, either way, one fact remains. It's hard to imagine that Kazuma-sama would have written his last words or word in Russian.
He's talking about the wardrobe of the Russian dancer that is next door.
Or she could have planted evidence.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
could
basically.
have written it there to throw it towards the sleeper in the wardrobe.
Which begs
That
the
is also
question-
very true.
Which begs the question of who did write it? Yeah, that seems to be pretty much everything around here.
You check
Alright.
the grill.
I did check the grill. There's
The-
nothing to check on the bed. There's nothing to check here. Alright, let's go back. I guess let's move back outside. Yeah. Okay, this is the right spot. Usually you can tell if there's new stuff happening if it updates you on like the date, time, and location.
Oh, essentially they're under house arrest because, yet again, your character is accused for murder.
Yeah. Again, because they really don't have any better suspect. It's like, even if it seems unlikely that it was you, it's like, well, you're the only one who's in the same room. So it's like, what the fuck? Huh?
Look, Naruhodo-san. Seaman Stroganoff has...
Yeah, Biff
Okay, give me a
Stroganoff.
second. Let me read that one. Okay, I can do this. I'm serious.
You got this.
You got
Okay.
this. I don't gonna let you down. Just do it.
This is such an unfortunate name. Seaman Stroganoff has gone.
It was a simpler time.
Strong enough?
The burly Russian sailor who is always crossing his arms and glaring at us.
All these Russian names are impossible to remember. Damn!
I remember Seaman Stroganoff.
Can't Russians have normal names like Ryunosuke or Sazato or Kazama-san?
Kind of racist of you. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh shoot! I will be cheers right back. I need to go put my stuff in the dryer.
Okay, gotcha. There is no racism in the Empire of Japan. Oh my god, okay.
Remember, there's no racism in Bossing Say.
There is no racism in Ba Sing Se.
Exactly.
Oh.
Tra-la-la. By the way,
Oh
Akigan,
my-
guess what?
Yeah? Yeah? Ow! What the fuck? Oh god. Why would you do this?
Excuse me.
Oh, that's not what I was trying to do. Did you hear that? Give me a sec. I'll probably save. Just in case.
Remember, saving is one of the most important things you can do in a video game. If you don't
Mhm.
save, then you're begging to have issues.
Yeah, I know full well about that. I'm just gonna sit more comfortably. Reset my tracking. There we go. Should be better now. Wow. It is really warm in here, actually. Just give me, you know what? Give me a second. Well, I will. Actually, I could probably do a BRB real quick.
Savings for people who can't juju on the beat.
Oh gosh. All right, give me a sec. I will put the BRB screen. Wow. I
Wow.
am back. Collect all the shinies in
Wow.
the game, though. How can you beat it and collect all the bits in one sitting? Good question. Yes. Alright, I guess let's, I guess we can, keep going in the meantime. Did you hear that? It sounded like someone singing.
A leader, lay. I did it, the great detective.
Yo, it is your voice! Let's go! Oh my gosh. I'm so glad.
Oh goodness, I just came back to this.
Oh, yeah, you just came back. We're about to go to Schlum's.
Miss Caroling, I know that lark-like voice.
Boop, you did juju on the fucking beat. What the Wait, I don't know that reference. Oh gosh.
It's
Oh.
grouse. It's
Oh
grouse.
gosh.
We all. It's a Russian badger meme.
Well, never mind that now. This is a golden opportunity for us.
Yes, you're right. We must seize it.
Yes.
Let's get inside Miss Pavlov's cabin while we can and investigate.
Definitely. Before that
Oh God,
stringy nut.
someone's dying.
Definitely before that stringy nut. Stringy nut! Oh my gosh, Ryunosuke. Before that stringy nut Kuruman comes back.
It's Stroganov. It's not stringy knot.
Alright, moving into the cabin. Let's go. 9th of January, SS Berea, first class, cabin number 2. Miss Pavlova isn't back yet. Susato-san. Oh, where's she gone? Oh. Hey, what are you doing? Those are our private things.
There's not a moment to waste, Naruto-sana. We must investigate as quickly as we can.
Suppose you're right. For Kazuma's sake.
V, why would you say that? Why would you absolutely say such a cursed sentence? Why would you say such a cursed sentence?
He's strung enough on his stringy nut until he Naruhodos.
Oh my god.
Oh no, okay.
It's not just for Kazuma-sama.
What do you mean?
It can't be long until we arrive at port in Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there.
See that, Tron? She trusts us. She trusts us now. Let's go. Let's
don't trust
fucking
you.
go. Oh.
What?
How did you hear that?
You see,
Just
the
staring
power
deeply.
of the lawyer transcends the bounds of reality.
Oh my god. If it turns out that she's actually like one of the ancestors of the Fey tradition, I am going to fucking lose it.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all have no idea what that means. They're the assistant in the mainline games. They're spirit mediums.
Oh.
Literally talks to the dead. Actually, they don't even talk to the dead. They let the dead talk through them. Yeah. Really?
We must solve this case, Naruto-san. By ourselves if we have to.
Yes. We will. Alright, time to examine this entire freaking place. Wardrobe.
Naruto-san, are you there?
Sorry? I'm right here, yes. Why?
Oh, good. I thought you might have to climb into the wardrobe when I wasn't looking. Oh, I thought you had climbed into the wardrobe when I wasn't looking. There's no place like home.
Oh my
I can't
gosh.
tell if that was either malicious or actually caring.
Oh my gosh. I'm thinking either a getting out of the closet joke or an Amigara fault joke. Like, I have to climb in! This wardrobe was made for me! Like, kind of deal.
It's just like me. For real, for real.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
Believe me, I don't have some strange compulsion to jump inside every wardrobe I see, you know?
Liar.
Well, anyway, I'm not sure anyone could fit inside this one. It's full of beautiful outfits. I suppose they're all stage costumes.
I was rather hoping we might find Miss Pavlova's friend hiding in there, but no such luck. Oh, right, that's a thing that we also figured out. Pavlova had a pet brought a pet over, but we never got to see the pet in question.
Oh my! Miss Pavlova's case is open.
It's completely empty inside, but according to the Great Detective's great deduction, she was hiding her special friend in here.
Yes, a friend that she had kept secret.
You must remember to wash the friend after every use.
Oh my gosh,
boy.
a special secret friend. You can find her friend in the top drawer next to her bed instead. Wait, you can't. What? No. Wait.
Oh!
see?
Oh,
Now you got the joke.
Oh!
Now you get it.
Oh my god! Oh no!
There's a realization.
Oh no!
The gears are turning.
Oh, the gears are turning. Let's rock.
Neurons are firing.
Neurons active.
Oh my god. Mankind knew that they could not change society, so instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the loot.
As you should.
Because you're not allowed to bring animals aboard the SS Buria. Yes, that's the secret, the special secret. No, actually, you know what? No, that's disgusting. She's a minor. That's disgusting. Let's not think about that. I wonder what kind of animals she had in there. And more to the point, where is it now? Oh gosh. Okay, okay. Oh, here. There's one of these next to the bed of Kazuma's cabin too.
Yes, it's a bell cord. I can't resist.
She barely hesitated there, and she gave it a good tug too.
Hmm.
Huh.
No, I didn't actually expect anyone to come.
We don't want them to. We're trying to investigate in secret. Okay. Ventilator grill. Is there something on this side? This ventilator connects to Kazuma's cabin next door.
Yes. Although, what if all a shipbuilder must be to open a ventilator into the another room?
Vents?
Ah!
Sus? Among us?
Oh my gosh, Tron. Maybe it's so that if there's a gas leak next door, the occupant of this cabin will notice and raise the alarm?
Or the occupants of both cabins would die of gas poisoning.
That is a possibility.
Okay,
Anyway,
I
last night...
I'm sorry about that.
Oh, that's fine. You're completely fine. Welcome back.
Congratulations, you have had no lines since you left.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
I am 100%
yeah.
serious.
I was worried.
Oh my gosh.
Well, in that case, I only have one thing to say. I am back and I'm about to put a banana in.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool.
Nom. Nom, nom, nom.
Anyway, last night Kazuma wrote that he saw a speckled bed coming out of this ventilator.
Artificer, thank you for agreeing with me.
So what I missed? by the way?
Oh my gosh. This cabin door has the same simple sort of bolted latch that our cabin door has. If the bolt's drawn across, there's no way anybody could enter the cabin from outside.
I'm eating a banana, people. Your mind's out of the gutter.
Oh my goodness. Yes, it's not a particularly heavy duty bolt, is it? But still, it wouldn't slide across of its own accord, would it?
No. And the door is made of metal, so there's no chance of trickery using magnets to unbolt it from the outside. Oh, they know what magnets do. That's cool.
And it seals up perfectly too, to stop any sea water coming in. So you could use the method you told me of passing a thread through the crack until around the closed door either.
I seem to know a lot of tricks for opening doors. I'm starting to see why they suspect me. Oh dear. Okay, this is the same stuff here as well. Ah yes, they're displayed in this cabin too. Look, the SS Buria's rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden.
I suppose Miss Pavlov realized that she needed to keep the contents of her case a secret after she read this. Her special friend, I mean.
I wonder where her friend has disappeared to now. It's probably having fun exploring the ship, I imagine. What?
This name, I'm sorry, it just catches me off guard.
That's fine, take your time.
I just hope Seaman Stroganoff doesn't find it and throw it overboard.
Steven Stroganoff is super strong.
By the way, can I just say that the name Seaman Stroganoff is a very unfortunate name?
Don't worry, we've already
She said, yeah,
acknowledged
we
it.
did. We all said that. Oh my gosh.
We've already acknowledged it. Don't worry, we beat you to the punch.
Oh my
To be
gosh.
fair, I only just came back.
Oh gosh.
Okay,
Oh,
I
you
have
did
a
miss
theory.
Oh, you did miss the part where Nahodos was like confused about his name and went like, "Oh, why do Russians all have these very complicated names?"
He's one to fucking talk.
Oh, yes. So do I. Oh my gosh. Even the characters did as well. All the books have toppled over together. Look, every single one. Does that trigger your OCD?
You think that the gods of the sea, perhaps? Do you think it's the god of the sea, perhaps? He's toppled too, though.
It's exactly the same as the bookcase next door. In Kazuma's cabin.
Perhaps.
Oh, sorry. There we go.
Perhaps Miss Pavlov was practicing a difficult ballet pose and fell against the bookcase.
I don't know. Would she really be practicing ballet on the same night she ran away from her ballet company?
All right, then. It must have been you. You lost your temper and you knocked them all over in a fit of rage.
Not everything bad that happens on this ship is because of me, you know?
Well, anyway, so I'll set them all straight again in here, too. I don't like seeing things in disarray.
I diagnosed you with OCD.
They're gonna know someone was in the
Congratulations, you
cabin.
tampered with 2 crime scenes already.
They're gonna know someone is here.
Well, there's
tamper with the third one, and you get a free ice cream.
Actually, actually, Tron, the crime scene is like on the other side. Like, as far as they know, this is not a crime scene.
I'm sorry, repeat that one more time.
As far as they know, this is not a crime scene.
I have my theories brewing. I have my ideas as to what happened.
Oh, okay.
Trust me, whatever you come up with is significantly better than Sherlock Holmes. I'm sorry, Sherlock Holmes.
Herlock
Okay.
Schlums.
Schlums.
What if special friend is a snake, a constrictor snake?
So they
Then-
already...
But then it'll be asphyxiation.
But the neck was broken too.
I don't think it's. Does a snake have enough strength to break someone's neck?
Yes.
Oh.
I don't know what the
Remember,
special
Alright.
friend is.
Interesting
literally
theory.
nothing more than
Also-
pure muscle.
Interesting theory. Also remember, in the notebook, what looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Like a band with speckles on it. Could be a snake. Snake with
A
spots.
snake or a snake wearing a cute bow. Anyways, I wonder what the little saucer is doing on the floor.
Yes, it doesn't look like it's been dropped. More like it was put there deliberately.
Do you think?
A bedazzled snake.
Well, if there was
I'm
a
a
snake, there must have also been a
I'm a
badger.
sneaky slithering snake.
Oh my
If there was a snake, there must have been a badger.
Do you
Badger,
think that there
badger,
could have
badger,
been a
badger,
leak
badger,
in the
badger.
roof just above here?
What? A leak?
Is this ship quite safe?
I'm sure that even if there's a little leak in the roof, it doesn't mean the whole ship is going to sink.
No, you're right. Of course you're right.
She's really trying to persuade herself, isn't she? Damn.
Relatable.
I almost have one half of my chocobo saddlebag completely filled with materia.
Let's go.
Mother, dude, send me
Let's
some out of here.
go.
I have none.
It would seem
I'll give
that
you
this
some.
teapot is
Just
empty,
come to me.
Dude.
unlike your chocobo saddlebag.
Cam
I have
Flo.
more materia than I'm ever going to need.
Goddamn Cam Flo laughs in the cost of Concordia. God damn it. Oh
I
my
have
gosh.
34.
I need to show you
34
this.
piety plus 6 materia.
Jesus fuck,
I
man.
need to show all of you that video at some point. The cost of Concordia. Ever saw it?
I rewatched that video like 4 times. It's
Oh
so
my-
good. It's
Oh
so good.
dear. It is good. Teapot empty. Let's go.
One.
Okay,
Hmm.
I want to say one thing. What is the worst queue that you? What is the worst queue you've ever been in Final Fantasy 14?
Me personally, or everyone here?
Everyone here, just
I don't know about worse, but I did get in a queue for an alliance raid where our entire party was just filled with black mages.
I had that once, but everyone was a ranged DPS in all 3 alliances.
Oh,
The worst
right.
queue I ever had was actually for an alliance raid, and it was back when it was just a Realm Reborn.
Mhm.
And for some god awful reason, everyone was a bard that was a DPS, except for me, who was a summoner.
Holy crap! Oh
Bard
my
game.
God.
I say this because apparently I am number 46 in waiting for leveling roulette.
I think the longest I've waited was 3 hours on Endwalker launch day to get in.
Oh my
what
God.
was your role?
Oh god, I played Bard at that point. I only exclusively played Bard. Now I have everything to 90 because I'm crazy.
Trust me. Almost every single one of my friends are the same way. You are perfectly fine.
I don't do crafting though.
Huh,
And
Mischief.
also,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna make a joke, something about the teapot being empty.
Spill the
also-
tea.
Also, Mischief saved the raid in raw frame by abusing portals being able to clip through walls. Limbo 8, Nova. Oh, right! Nova has those, like, teleportation portals. Forgot about that. Anyways, Teapot was empty. So the natural conclusion is that the Russians are a very thirsty people!
I mean, have you seen my pics? Women have always had
Or because Miss Pavlova only came into this cabin last night. She hasn't had a chance to make any tea yet.
He is also not something drunk universally, or at least not that degree, I believe.
It could be either.
It's definitely that they're excessively thirsty! I'd lay 1,000 to 1 on it. Oh, it's obstinate.
Okay.
I have a feeling you're about to get judo.
Careful, hobo. Careful, hobo. Your itchy
You're
turning is
rather
showing.
obstinate, aren't you? Norudasana?
Garbage bin.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-da.
Garbage bin does whatever a garbage bin does.
Does it stink? Yes, it does. Because someone threw in sludge.
I suppose every cabin has a waste.
Here comes the
paper basket.
garbage bin.
Oh my gosh. Tactical Sport Derp at your service. Shall we have a little look and see what's been thrown away? Oh shit. Oh, sorry.
It's poor etiquette to.
It's poor etiquette to murder somebody.
Sifting.
It's poor etiquette sifting through someone's rubbish, you know.
Those eyes. She's looking at me like I'm a piece of rubbish now.
However, these are special circumstances, I think.
Exactly. We have no choice. Owl, we have to search we have to search the trash can. There's always something useful in the trash can.
The only thing in that trash can is my beef stroganoff.
I don't know if there's anything in that trash can.
There's always something in the trash can. There's gotta be. There's hardly anything in there at all. No!
Like I said, only my beef stroganoff.
Okay, you two were not there earlier for that, but in the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, they do this running gag of having a waste basket in pretty much every car or whatever, and the main character is like absolutely obsessed with looking through them to see if there's like any clues in there.
My
So-
only comparison, West of Loathing. I'm going to examine every spittoon.
Look, it was worth it for the gear at the end. It does wonders for my poison build.
There's hardly anything in there
Okay,
at all.
okay. So in West of Loathing, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are spittoons in the game because it's based on the Wild West. If you check those spittoons, you can get gear. Because of my build, I excel in poison damage. A single shot deals like 20 to 30 poison damage. That's stacked.
Oh, jeez.
So
Okay.
I am strategically looking in every disgusting disease-filled spittoon.
That is a quote, by the way, from the game.
Trash? Where? It intensifies. Oh my god.
I've heard trash. I'm the trash man.
Did you read that line, Al?
Oh, well, that's a little disappointing.
Oh, it literally ends there. Okay. Do we get any actual clues here?
Oh,
They're
warrior, I know you are here watching the stream, and I want to tell you that you are welcome.
Oh my gosh, what did she send you?
No, I messaged. I simply messaged. He's stroking his beef stroganoff, and her response is, "My disappointment is immeasurable."
He's choking us! Oh my god. Okay. Okay, god damn it.
Wow.
Aki's the most adorable text-to-speech ever? What the? Wait, what? Huh? Wait,
What's
why
that
am I
supposed to
text-to-speech now? What the heck? Oh, because I'm reading the chat stuff. That's why.
Text to speech, Aki.
Text-to-speech Aki. Oh my gosh. Oh god. The AI text-to-speech Aki would be kind of cursed. Oh gosh, not gonna lie.
I don't know, it wouldn't be nearly as cursed as a certain badger.
Oh my gosh. There's just a
My
few books
existence
on
is based on being cursed.
There are just a sorry. There's just a few books on the desk, nothing else by the looks of it.
Well, Miss Pavlov only ran away from the ballet last night. She hardly occupied this cabin for any time at all.
That's true. I wonder what kind of books she likes to read.
Let me see. Yes, I see.
Oh no. Okay, Wolf,
What's
do
in
not look in chat.
Don't look in chat. Why should? Yes!
I'm sorry.
Okay, dear. I'm assuming this is a West of Loathing reference.
No, this is a Warhammer. This is Warhammer.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Okay,
You
yeah.
are one of
I
Yeah.
sent you a
Papa-
message really quick.
You are one of Grandfather
okay.
Nurgle's acolytes. Congratulations, fellow plague brother or sister.
Oh, okay. Okay. Alright, let's speed things up then.
It would seem that Miss Pavlov enjoys reading.
Reading.
Books written in Russian.
Good insight! Good, very good insight. Thanks. I think I probably already knew that.
It's rude to ask too much of people, Neruda-san. Kindly remember that. Bitch.
Okay. Okay.
Johnny,
Did we see everything? Okay, don't really see much more. We saw the ventilator grill.
I
Didn't-
cannot see because I'm legally blind.
I misheard that and I heard a slur.
How the fuck did... You know what? No, I'm not gonna ask. Okay, it looks like I've got pretty much everything here. But, like... Huh.
Do you check the
I would have
table?
expected something else.
Do you check the vent?
I did check the vent. You even went
Uh.
sus among us when I checked the vent. Okay. Go back. Move back in there. Has things changed? They have not. Okay, cool. I'm gonna save here. And Oh! There is something I forgot to check.
Oh?
I forgot to check the right side. There we fucking go! There he is! Alright.
That's a cold ass honky.
Oh! Our new name, I forgot about it until now. Oh, it's Mr. Shalom.
Wouldn't mind putting a banana in that.
Okay, well, please do not be dumb. Oh my god.
My man's the whole bakery. What can you expect from us?
Wow, you never know when he's going to turn up next, do you?
He seems to be stealing a look at something, and he is singing to himself.
Oh god, I don't want
That's-
to hear Tron sing.
Okay, Tron, that's your turn.
I did it the great detective way.
Music to my
Alright.
ears. Still singing. You think he has noticed us?
Or he's simply in extremely high spirits.
Oh, Tron, you know that one.
Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when the yard bit off more than it could chew.
Seriously? Seriously, you didn't get it?
No.
Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when a yard bit off
don't know.
more than it could chew. Through.
And through it all, when there was doubt, it's lucky her luck was about.
It's lucky her luck was about. It's My Way by Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, I know. I just can't remember the tune for the life of me.
Excuse me.
I solved it all! And I stood tall! I did it the great detective way!
Mr. Sholmes!
He was ready! He was ready! You want to fight?
You didn't do the scream. Bad acting.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, you gotta do the stream.
No. Oh, what is it? You want to fight?
I guess Discord didn't pick it up. That's unfortunate.
Honestly, it turned to be a fellow when he's thinking, and I was almost to reach the climactic finish.
Sorry, I just thought you were never going to stop, so I figured now is as good a time as any.
I very nearly dropped you off the floor with one of my famous right hooks.
Alright, I get the picture. Now, could you put this fist away?
These hands are rated E for everyone.
Really, I thought they were rated T for teens.
Mr. Sholmes.
I'm not quite sure who's this Sholmes you're talking about. My name is Mr. Schlums.
Oh, my bad. My apologies.
Mr.
Mr.
Shlums,
Shlums.
It's fine, young lady.
Mr. Sholmes is my father. Please, first meet Mr. Schlong.
Fuck off.
By the way, I finally encountered the Doom reference.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, so what'd you think of it?
I didn't expect it to be that Doom. To be that much Doom.
Rip and tear!
You seem to be exclaiming something before we interrupted you.
Ah, yes. That. I was immersed in the study of the ship's log, and beneath a stuckly bus crewman who usually on guard here.
Well, yes, the ship's log.
And did you find anything useful from it?
Well, after 2 a.m. this morning, the majority of the entries are blank.
Oh, you mean like your IQ?
Also, I just
I
want
do
to
not
say...
know what IQ you speak of, but I can guarantee you it was not hiding from Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes.
These hands are rated S for Sigma. Oh my gosh. And, for Sig. And also, Tron, I just want to say you are absolutely killing it with Sholmes. Both me and Wolf tried. You're the best voice so far. Oh my gosh.
I try to be gruff and
dear.
serious, it don't work.
Alright. Which means that there was nothing to report. Nothing of note happened, so...
You hurt my throat
Oh,
there,
dear.
ow.
This card keeps cutting off your your higher screams. It does that with me and Alice.
My decibels aren't registering.
Mr. Shloms, your Discord keeps cutting you off.
Oh my gosh.
Don't worry, I shall fix it. You truly are a student from the land of the rising sun. You've been utterly blinded by it.
That's wow, Mr. Shaw. Wow. Sorry?
I normally love puns. That was bad even for me. Kill yourself, Sholmes.
Oh my gosh.
Your logic, my boy, it's inverted.
Whatever do you mean, Mr. Schleems?
Schleems! Schleems! Oh, let's go. Oh my god, do you think we can, like, do you think we can like just say a different way of saying
Yes,
Sholmes
I approve
like every
this.
time we say his name?
That
Yeah,
was my
I approve.
plan.
Oh my god, let's go.
By the way, if his name is Schlames, I'm gonna give him the
Oh.
first name of David. David Schlames.
Observe the other pages, and all shall become clear. It would
So,
seem
yeah.
that the same crewmates of stunned Sentry in the first class passageway.
Oh shit, he said crewmate. Sus.
Thus, as in the hit famous game Among Us, have you perchance had a chance to play it?
No, actually,
David
Mr.
Schlames
Sholmes,
too.
I've been in prison the entire time.
Ah, and he has almost religious practice of recording. Nothing to report. Every half hour.
Oh, he writes that in every 30 minutes?
Nothing to report.
That was
Precisely, but simply the seaman writes nothing to report when there is just that.
I didn't know Seaman wrote.
Yeah, they do.
And yet, the ship's log from last night is largely blank. He didn't even write nothing to report.
Do you mean?
Yes, there were circumstances afoot last night which led to the seaman being absent from his post.
What kind of circumstances? What happened?
That remains a mystery for now, but we can be sure something significant took place. So significant that it caused the seaman to forget his regular habit of Wait, what's the word I'm using? Oh yes, I'm stroking it.
What the
Please stop stroking the
Oh
log.
my god.
In the log.
Chlornock bombs. I have an idea. Speak in Sheems. Oh no. 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 Can you... Oh no.
Please send me a please link a video of Cheem's speech, and I will be glad to try to mimic that.
Hamburger. Numkies. Numkies.
All I know is that the moment someone does Ubu speak is the moment I fucking leave.
There's some example in some Russian
what's
Badgers
significant?
videos. Anyways,
man, you
yeah,
can
go
do
ahead.
it. No, I can't.
Okay. Alright,
By
sorry
the way?
for interrupting.
Yes, Max. Don't worry, I'll pick you up and put you on the couch.
Where do I send it to? Oh, actually, you know what? Good question. I don't even know if links here are caught up by Nightbot. They probably are.
You
Be
have
honest.
a Discord. No, wait, no, you don't. Oh, wait. Well, never mind then. I'll find them by myself. Don't worry. I'll be sure to torture everyone with Cheem's speech.
Oh my gosh. Game flow. What have you wrought? Oh my gosh.
Such devastation. 'Twas not our intent.
They brought comedy. And for that, they shall be praised.
Oh my gosh.
Because you see, everyone knows premier Twitch comedy is torturing the Twitch streamer.
I
By the way,
Please.
Speaking of torturing the Twitch streamer, has anyone worked on that one emote yet?
usually I'm the one making most of the visual content for most of my streams, basically. So that would fall on me, but like,
Well then, you need to get working on making it because I'm working on
An emote?
yeah, they want to have like emotes of me in a jar.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
In
where
the
the whole
jar?
jar that's where the whole
At
jar
3
thing.
a.m.?
That's where
cops
the
were called?
Oh my god. Oh gosh, that's where the whole jar meme started, Al. With these two. with these two being like, oh, I need something viral to bring me to the limelight.
Everyone knows if you love something, you must stuff it in a jar.
Wait. Anyways, let's keep going for now. We do need to speed things up just a little bit.
Just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
I
Tron.
read this, by the way.
Hmm?
I already read this.
Oh, did you read it completely? Oh, sorry.
These are important details. I will stake my life on it. You must log the ship's log in your mental file.
The ship's log has been entered into the court record. Ow. Now that deduction was worthy of a great detective. See? He can be on the right track sometimes.
Debatable. And you're sure to understand what my way is. I see what Shom Schlong brilliance.
Did you just call yourself Shlom
Ha
Shlom?
ha 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 ha.
There's gotta be ways of doing the laugh without it being caught up by the Discord thing, right?
I think this is infinitely funnier, and I will not change it.
Oh,
Oh, ouch!
what is it? Are you hurt?
Oh, don't worry yourself.
He just broke his funny bone.
It seems to be afflicted with a throbbing head this morning. For some reason, nothing more.
Aw, that's weird. Now that makes 3 of them that has a throbbing head.
What?
Looks like she's noticed. Hosonaga said he had a throbbing head. Naruto was like, yeah, my head's been throbbing. And now
A
shows.
lot of throbbing happening.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not too sure what happened. But yeah.
Well, my friends, until our next Shlom counter.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh my god. Still singing to himself. You can hear it as he wanders off down the passageway.
Such a weight of words.
Is something wrong, Suzato-san? You seem lost in thought.
It's just, well, I feel the same.
Sorry? You're saying he's just like you for real, for real?
Ever since I woke up this morning, I've had something of a headache.
Okay, it's just almost like
Sort
you're
of a
talking about.
continuous throbbing.
It sounds like with the. Actually, I don't think I can say that on Switch. Never mind.
Yeah, no,
wait,
please.
wait. I
Oh
have
my
a
God.
theory that's actually related to the game.
Okay, yeah, let's hear
Because
it.
remember how they pointed out that if there was gas in either room, and how would you try to get a snake out of the vents? By gassing them out.
Interesting
Go look-
However,
That's what I was gonna say.
Is it gas to the vents? Autobot.
Well, that's an interesting theory, but however, neither Suzato nor Hosonaga nor Slim Jims was in any of those 2 rooms.
Who said it had to be the rooms when there are pipes everywhere? Look at them. There's
So-
one right there. I know that that's for
Pipes?
people to talk
Us?
through, but
Among Us?
I have my theories. I'm smart, okay? I use my 2 brain cells to actually think of something.
Wow. That's one more brain cell than I have.
What's a brain cell?
Well, in any
Sort of
case,
continuous throbbing.
Is brain cell an instrument?
No, Patrick. Brain cell is not an instrument. Anyways.
Horseradish isn't an instrument either.
Oh,
You
you
actually do
too?
a pretty good Squidward. You actually do a pretty good Squidward. What the?
Wait, what? Seriously?
Well,
Oh
you
my
and Wolf
God.
actually do.
Oh, wait.
Horseradish isn't an instrument either.
We move back to Miss Pavlova's cabin. Is there anything more here? Oh shit!
Ding, a-lang, a-lang, a-lang. Dang, a-lang, a-lang,
What's that?
a-lang.
Shut down the engines immediately! Vessel sighted a quarter-mile full! Full stop hard to starboard! All hands, brake for impact! I could have probably let you have it, actually, Wolf, now that I think about it. I'm sorry.
I'm about to say, I haven't done a line yet.
I'm sorry! I'm sorry, I forgot. This slipped my mind. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What the?
I think we're about to crash into another ship.
What? Oh my god!
I can't send.
That's a sun, hold on! Ah! That's a sun. Are you alright? Are you injured at all?
I think I'm fine. Thank you, Naruto-san.
And this is when they wake up and realize Naruhodo is coughing the field.
Wow.
Oh, hey, look at the book down there. Look at the books down there. Interesting. Anyways, it looks like we avoided a collision.
Oh, now I have another theory.
Oh.
What if everyone just bonked their heads because some dumbass can't drive the ship?
Hey, just
That's
because I'm
Oh,
drinking
no.
Jack Daniels don't mean I can't sail a boat.
You had
Hey,
one mission.
look.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey, look, the Concordia has proven that everyone is a great ship captain. How dare you? The Casa Concordia has definitely proven that anyone can pilot a ship.
This is a car.
Anyone can cook. Oh my gosh. Casa Concordia was the ratatouille of ship navigation. Oh no. No, that's too
Oh,
dark.
boy.
Yes, the ship has come to a stop.
Oh my goodness. What about you, Naruto-san? Are you hurt?
His entire neck is like twisted backwards. He's like, no, I feel fine.
Is that a
Usually
boat?
Juno throw it back
Sticking
into
out?
position. Yeah!
No.
You seem to have
I'm
something
fine.
sticking out of your collar.
No, I'm fine. The
Hello, is anyone in there? Shout if you need assistance.
Wait,
John.
let me have a voice, fucker. Let me have a voice.
No.
I mean, I would assume it's probably like either a Hosonaga or... But whatever, we don't know who it is, so... Well, go ahead and do a voice.
Hello, is anybody in there? Shout if you need assistance.
Oh my god. Oh, that sounds like... Squidward from hit TV show SpongeBob SquarePants. Oh, it is Hosonaga. Actually, do you wanna pick up Hosonaga this time around?
I need to see what they look like.
It's the inspector.
It's the waiter guy from the first case. The waiter
Yeah.
guy who had
okay.
tuberculosis.
Yeah, from now on, he will be Squidward.
Oh my god.
I don't know if that was
Yeah?
Squidward or Super Kami Guru.
It is about that time.
No.
Oh, okay, I got it. All right, so
Bye, Owl.
unfortunately, Owl has to leave for the rest of the stream. But thank you so much for coming by.
It was a pleasure. I hope to appear some other time, but I will bid adieu, and I will see you all later. Bye bye.
Bye.
Have a good
Bye.
one. Don't be too stinky now.
Hey,
No promises.
Hey, I refuse to
What?
take a shower.
What?
What the
Wait, Scotty, don't beat me up yet.
fuck? Oh my god. Okay, that means I take over for Susato now. Inspector Hosonaga. Wolf, that's you. That's you now.
Oh, right. Is that you in there? Naruhodo-san, unbolt the door quickly.
What? The bolt? Huh? Look at that! The door's bolted. Did you do that, Susato-san? No, I didn't touch it. Oh, well, that's strange. How did... And look at all the books. Just like they were before again.
That's mighty convenient.
Naruto-san, aren't you going to open the door and let the inspector in? I'd better tidy this place up first. Our violent emergency stop had solved one mystery at least, in a very vivid way. But I knew that what awaited us on the other side of the cabin door would not be pleasant. I hurried around, tidying up the cabin with a new sense of foreboding in my heart. To be continued! How long have we been? That was 2 hours! Yo, we fucking blitzed through that. Let's go. Woo!
There must be an SCP or something near me because I swear to God, I just saw something go across the field of my vision.
Oh.
Hey, it could have been a dancing alien. Okay? Don't crush his dreams.
I guess we got time to like keep going a little bit. This is like the last part of this case, and I'm pretty sure most of it is gonna be like conversations and I'm starting to run out of words that sound like schlum, so I'm just gonna like use random words that
all you have to
sound
do is
start with
rely on
S.
me. I only write poetry when I'm bored.
Glomlock clones.
I'm just gonna
Hemlock Bones.
Gymlock bones. Yeah, fuck. I am not smart enough to like find shit
Just
like
rely on me. I write poetry when I'm bored.
that. Alright, let's go. Yeah, I'm pretty
You're
sure
a
it's gonna be
third-rate
like...
writer with a fourth-rate poetry.
Okay, Seto Kaiba.
Somehow the door to the cabin we were in ended up bolted after we made an emergency stop. Susato-san took a deep breath, then gently slid back the bolt. Oh shit, and she just got back. Damn it. Oh, you're...
You both look unhurt. Good.
Yes, we're fine. Thank you. What on earth happened? We heard something about how we were going to collide with another ship.
Yes, it appears to have been a false report.
Oh.
Don't mind me having this black eye, by the way.
Oh, yeah, actually, you weren't that for that. Basically, he got permission to let us go across the ship from the captain, and the captain beat his ass. That's what happened. The captain was gonna, like, just beat him senseless and just, then just, throw him overboard. Twink gut jump, exactly. Oh, how did that happen?
There's a dense fog outside, so it's extremely difficult to see. Someone must have thought he saw a ship ahead. I opted to use my clarinet.
Well, we will not do this mistake again. Even if we were to see an iceberg, we will wait until the last moment to sound the alarm. This is not going to have any repercussions at all.
This person obviously triggered the alarm, and that's why we made an emergency stop. Everything chaos! Passengers screaming! Crew running everywhere! This first-class area is the only quiet part of the ship at the moment.
Oh, I see. Someone triggered the alarm? Does that mean that someone pressed that button outside? Ah! You wicked intruder! Dressed all in black, you are the devil! Sorry,
That's
me?
racist.
I've been called a lot of things before, but devil? That was a first. You opened my traveling case. How could you? What? No, we didn't touch it. That's right, Miss Pavlova. It was already open when we came into your cabin. Inspector!
Yes?
Arrest this man. I know he did it.
Okay,
Some
here I
criminal.
go.
Is it not
Alright,
enough
man,
that
I
he's
hate
killed
to
a
do
man?
this to you, but here, give me your hands. Don't mind my cold tentacles.
What? Oh,
How
come
does he
on!
know that he killed him?
I'm already manacled. Oh, I don't know. Maybe because he's manacled, right? And also, he does know about the crime that was committed, so... It's
I
like...
mean,
They've been
just
keeping it in hush hush
doesn't
for
mean
good
you
reason.
rock the motherfucker.
Well, she has been interrogated because it's like, oh, you're like right next to this guy's room, and there's like a ventilator thing, and he saw something drop from there. Yeah. He's a criminal. Is it not enough that he's killed a man?
Duh! And he's stowaway as well! If Vixen promises not to steal chicken, do you believe?
Take him away. He's a trespasser as well as everything else.
Stowing waste, trespassing, killing. She is right. You are Satan.
Doesn't look good, does it?
There is cell below deck. Throw him in! No, wait, here, I'll do it. Tomorrow we dock in Hong Kong. No, Kong Hong. Then we give you straight to police.
Wait, a cell? Please, Inspector Hosonaga. Is there nothing you can do?
This is a Russian vessel. I really have no jurisdiction here.
I guess that's... Oh, right! I think I heard something like that. Like, when it's in international waters, the rules that apply are the rules from the country the ship was registered in.
Not quite. It's
Something.
also the last area that it was residing in. So,
Uh-huh.
in this instance, if it was in Japan, it would still technically have Japanese rights.
Actually, it did a stop in Shanghai.
Oh! Then it would
Yeah.
still have Chinese authority,
think.
not Russian authority then.
Well, I think it did a stop in Shanghai. Maybe it only passed by Shanghai. I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure it's a stop by Shanghai. Anyways.
After my last appeal to the captain's good nature, I think I'm out of options, SpongeBob.
This is terrible. This is a real crisis.
Yes, William, that's what I was trying to do.
This is a real crisis. I've got to find a solution. I need a hero! Immediately! I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night.
Stop that man. He's committing copyright.
He's gotta be strong, and he's gotta be fast, and he's gotta
Wait,
be
true to the
right
light.
to the light.
That's the case.
What the fuck are you doing, Holmes?
Wait, what the fuck? I thought it was some weird thing hanging on the wall. What the fuck?
Oh, you know, just hanging around.
What is the best way? What is the best way to enact the feeling of a dead body? Simply doing a deadlift.
That's not how deadlifts work.
Shelves is a mood.
Hey, I'm the detective here. I can say what a deadlift is.
Oh god, it is just as funny as I remembered. I did remember that part. I'm sorry, but
Why the flying fuck balls is he hanging up?
you find him in weird places. That's his whole shtick. Oh my. What the? What are you doing up there? Mr. Schultz?
Sir, where did you get the crown from?
Mr. Oh shit, Mr.
I was analyzing
Schlong?
what a weight of 20,000 rubles feel like on one head. Have I not told you that as a detective, it is my business to know what other people do not? This isn't mere tomfoolery, my boy! It's soulfoolery!
Oh god. Well, why were you hanging from my hook before then?
Isn't it obvious? To properly assess the weights of the 20,000 rubles! Naturally. I wish to determine if it would have been that conceited looking hook on the wall, so full of brag and bounce.
I never know whether to take this man seriously or not. Let me help you there. Don't.
Ah, you again, the great detective! Tron.
Inspector, I confess I've been looking for you! I have something to report to you most urgently.
Well, you might try looking for me somewhere other than a hook on the wall next time, you daft fool.
What is to report?
Report! Speak!
An urgent report with a great detective coming, but one thing! Yes. The case of the curious murder took place last night here on this vessel, the steamship Ure, has been solved by me!
Boria.
Naturally.
Boria.
No.
Boria.
No.
Boria.
No.
Let's just keep going. We're gonna be stuck in an infinite loop otherwise. What? Really? Really?
Yes, I have eliminated all the possibilities. No other explanation exists.
Things Sherlock Holmes have said, but Harlock Sausage has not yet to. Whatever.
So allow me to illuminate all your minds. For I am to reveal my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case.
Oh, yeah. Great deduction time.
The only thing great about you is your headpiece. Ah, you have solved it? Even Hedgehog understands this case, and his name is Shadow.
Hey!
We all knew who was responsible for killing Student Boy this morning when we found criminal in wardrobe.
Something there in the background like, hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Get out of here, Blue Boy! We want the
Blue
engine
Boy?
to use his gun.
That's Sonic the Hedgehog to you, sir.
The case of the missing Zazas.
Fuck is a Zaza?
Huh? The case.
No one tell him.
Damn, I need to know. Had some. I'm not sure either. Sorry. Anyways, did you? I'm sorry. Did I Did you read the
he
line?
said yes.
Or?
Yes, he did.
Okay, cool.
Is the stowaway, and he has handcuffs to prove.
If you
Didn't
rely
do it!
everything on handcuffs, then you, my friend, are a horrible officer.
He's not an officer, he's a sailor.
Even worse, throw him in the brig.
I didn't do it!
The trouble is, there doesn't appear to be anyone else who could have killed him. Because, as everyone knows, the cabin door was bolted and shut from the inside.
It was literally just proving the fact that the doors can lock itself.
Oh my god, no, you wrote it wrong. It's Seaman. I don't know if I should remove this from the actually. I can't remove specific messages. Why? Oh, sorry. Anyways,
That means the culprit must be someone who was inside the cabin. And by that I mean hiding in the closet. Come out of the closet.
Yes, it's what's called a locked room mystery in detective stories.
Duh! Locked room! Point that is!
The room was locked. Well, I can't deny that.
Literally just saw the room lock itself.
There's no way the bolt could have been drawn across from outside the cabin.
You are all quite mistaken. The cabin next door was not a so-called locker room at all.
What?
Oh yes, there's another entrance.
Oh my god. We're gonna have to go through the entire logic. I'm sorry, it might get painful.
You all have fun with that, Ballard. I'm busy painting me a wolf.
Wait, why did I... Oh shit, I was not, shit, how do I, oh, there we go. Sorry. I did not mean to bend this. Okay, there we go. Ah! Oh, is there... Another entrance.
An entrance used last night by the culprits in order to gain access to the cabin, but despite the bolted door.
What? Other entrance? We never discovered one.
Why, it gapes open-mouthed at you even as we speak. The ventilator. Man!
The ventilator! No! You think this is funny? I can't even put arm through that hole. King
That's... because your arms are as thick as 3 trunks.
You're suggesting the culprit entered and left the victim's cabin through that tiny opening. Not possible.
Ah, but it is. And last night, the victim demon witness the intruder in the act of passing through the ventilator.
Mr. Sholmes, do you mean... Are you referring to the words Kazuma-sama wrote in his diary? 1:23 a.m., I can hear a faint whistling sound. 1:35 a.m., what looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
Precisely, my dear madam.
But what does it mean? What is this speckled band?
The answer to that particular conundrum is in this very still cabin.
God damn
You're
it.
crazy, man.
I was hearing the gears turn. Mr. Sholmes? What are you doing?
He's shadowboxing.
Shadowboxing?
There is no distinct element of danger, but fear not, I am ready!
You're doing it wrong. You're supposed to say, I am here!
Oh, please, that's my distant cousin.
I have many questions.
Oh my god, I want Sholmes to be like related to every single paragon / mentor figure that exists in fiction.
What I am about to expose for you all to see, oh, shock you to your very core!
There's one issue with that, Aki. That means he'd be related to Master Roshi.
Yeah, and as we established last time, he's really into underwears.
I forgot about that.
You gotta speak up! I'm not wearing any pants.
Oh my god. Ah, he's not wearing any pants! Oh my gosh.
Here.
Oh my
Ready?
gosh. Oh, fudge. Yes. Okay.
Behold!
Look, what the?
What?
Oh god, it really was a snake!
I was kidding!
Oh Jesus Christ, my man got killed by a snake!
So,
Horrible!
you remember how this guy has marks on his face?
Oh, he got tangled by the snake. Damn, so you can't blame no one for the murder. He got killed by a fucking snake. Out of these motherfucking snakes in this motherfucking boat.
It's a nope rope.
Ah, yes, the nope rope. Do
Don't
it,
mind me,
Roshi
I'm
must
walking
live.
the fuck out of here because I have herpetophobia.
Oh, so yeah, sorry.
Allow me to introduce you all to the band, the speckled band.
Snake?
Indubitably. Actually, she could get blamed for it if that is her pet. She could get blamed for that if that's her pet, because that is negligence.
So, I don't know if Wolf wants to be there while the snake is on screen, or if he's just gonna...
I am back for food.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought you said something like you have a fear of snakes or something?
That was a joke.
Oh, okay, cool.
I have arachnophobia, not herpetophobia.
Ah, okay, cool.
You're afraid of spiders?
I don't think there's any spiders involved, as far as I know. It was.
It's a mild case of arachnophobia.
Ah, gotcha.
Which
Mr.
confuses me
Sholmes
because my
just...
favorite type of monster girl is fucking driders.
I
I
Mr.
have many
Sholmes
questions,
just...
don't mind me.
Oh.
You are very
Okay.
questionable, don't worry.
Oh, damn. Y'all are just not adventurous enough. Anyways, Mr. Sholmes
Hey,
just...
I said nothing about denying it.
Mr. Sholmes, just one thing.
Pray, what troubles you?
Well, that snake isn't really speckled, is it? It's more strippy, wouldn't you say? Stripey? I guess stripey. Yes, you're right. I think in this case you'd have to call it the striped band, wouldn't you?
Wow, that was the laugh of a fucking neckbeard.
You both see and observe with distinction. However, do not think this is precisely the trap into which the culprit wishes you to fall.
What? Oh, my goodness, really? It's a trap?
Hi,
How
my name is
exactly?
Snake. Hi there, Otacon.
Colonel!
Have you
Colonel.
been lying liquid in, well, I have a friend called the Colonel.
Colonel! I'm trying to slide through the vent, but I'm dummy thick. But I am dummy thick. And I think the Japanese men noticed me. By the clap of my ass cheeks.
Colonel, looks like I need to practice some CQC or some Japanese schoolboys.
Oh my gosh.
I think perhaps it's time to explain the oh my goodness,
Time?
intricacies of my train of thought.
It's time.
My show of thought.
Oh my god. It's
What?
time.
Oh.
It's time. It's time. It's time.
Are you ready, Miss Pavlova?
Uh-huh. I'm sorry for the young man who died, but that is all. His death has nothing to do with me. This whole thing is nothing to do with me.
And we've never accused you, you damned idiot! Oh, I got a message. Let's see what it's from.
Okay.
Boros, I'm trying to sneak by the enemy robotic gorillas.
There are two conclusions I have drawn from the facts. Number one. Last night, your friend infiltrated the victim's cabin. And number two.
I'm not wearing pants.
The same friend was responsible for the victim's losing his life.
No. She's turned as white as a bowl of rice again. I'm using a bowl of rice because
That
I am Japanese.
analogy-
Correction. What kind of rice? Jasmine rice is green.
Japanese
White
rice
wolf.
from
White
Nippon,
rice wolf.
folded 1,000 times.
Folded. Excuse me. Did you just say folded rice?
Bowl of
Excuse me?
hamburgers. Yes, no, you got it right. Bowl of hamburgers. I'm sorry, I forgot about the Capcom localizations. My bad. She became as white as burger noodles.
Burger. I
have to show you that meme, Tron, at some point.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure.
look.
It's... Yeah.
look.
Thing is,
I got my deep fried ice cream, but please explain to me what the fuck is folded.
Okay.
Is a folded bowl of burgers?
wait.
Okay.
I can explain this.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Because I literally watched a video do something similar that was fucking disgusting.
Oh dear.
So Tron, do you know what aspic is?
No.
Oh god. Why are we talking about this?
It is a type of normally flavorless gelatin that usually can be made to normally taste like chicken stock, tomato, etc.
Okay, I'm massively
there was one
misheard
mad
you.
lad
Jeez.
who decided to put 3 entire burgers in aspic.
Oh no.
Buns and all.
Oh
Yummy.
no. But also, Tron is sort of an explanation. When Capcom first localized the Ace Attorney games to an American audience, They didn't want to tie it too much to Japan, since that's a place they kind of like don't really understand. So it is implied that the events of Ace Attorney what the heck? It is so where was I? Right, it is implied that the events of Ace Attorney, at least in the American version, is happening in California / Los Angeles or something like that.
Japanifornia.
Well, yeah, correction, Japanifornia, because they tried to localize it, and then the games evolved, and it kind of became
California.
And then the game evolved and started to include more elements from Japanese folklore and Japanese beliefs and stuff, and now they had to like suddenly explain that like, oh wait, actually there's like entire villages of people who share these Japanese beliefs that were actually immigrants, and when they immigrated, they also immigrated with their yokais as well, because their yokais followed them and stuff like that. And one of the things that exemplifies this the most is that like one of Maya Fey, your first assistant's favorite fast foods is implied to be something like ramen in the Japanese version, but it gets changed to burgers in the English version, which leads to some weird scenarios where it's like, well, actually, it doesn't cause a lot of trouble in the games. However,
in the anime, that's story.
Yeah, in the anime they show it as ramen, and there's one scene in particular where like one of the early translations for it was still burgers to like kind of like stay in line with the games and stay in line with the localization of the games. So you have a scene, an actual scene, where there's like one of the NPCs that is eating a bowl of ramen, and Maya comes in and she's like, "Am I smelling burger noodles?" And some guy's like, "Oh, you're a burger noodles connoisseur too?" And she's like, "Yes, I really like burgers." And it's like, oh dear.
Leave the poor girl to his bowl of burgers.
Oh, no. Aki, send them a DM real quick. Jotron Eldoon.
Eldoon?
You know, from
Oh,
Eldoon
yes!
Noodle.
Agony.
Eldoon noodles.
Pain. Suffering, even.
Are you talking? Oh, you're talking about the NPC, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, my weight mage, paladin, and warrior are on armor rating 367. I'm slowly getting there.
Oh my god. Okay. Anyways, Tron, I put it in the group chat. This is a character named Eldoon Noodle. Or Eldoon.
Eldoon. His name is Eldoon.
His name is Eldoon. He has
I
this.
wonder what he makes. I just can't put my hand on it. Damn.
By the way, he's also a doctor.
Yeah.
Damn.
Anyways.
I wonder what he specifies in.
Anyways,
You know,
all that to
if
say.
only the body has two long noodle-like things. But I just don't know what they are.
Anyways, all that to say, she's turned as right as a bowl of hamburgers again. Jules must be right. He hit the nail on the head.
This young woman's friend killed Mr. Asogi.
Okay, I want to say one thing and one thing only. I love how Oro messaged me immediately. That isn't his hair. You don't even know the image that we're looking at, but yet you know exactly what we're referring to, and immediately messaged me that isn't his hair. That's the image that they showed me.
It looks like he can't speak with that snake curled around his head.
I would advise as little movement as possible. Demon,
Oh my god.
you wouldn't want the fangs of that long friend in your neck. So, everyone, let us begin. Sherlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular.
It's time! Let's go! The game is afoot. Have you seen this yet, Tron? I forgot.
I have not.
Yo, it's time. This is one of the mechanics that this game introduces.
Miss Pavlov, moments ago you claimed the following. His death is nothing to do with me. This whole thing is nothing to do with me. Yet, you cannot deceive yourself. Yeah, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain. And it is that very pain that's evidence your inexcusable link to the victim's death. Aye, so we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on that pretentious night? Why, naturally, it was the friend with which you boarded the vessel, was it not? Ah, as I suspected, another telltale glance. Artificer, strawberries don't belong on pizza. Without a doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before us. And yet, that fact leaves us in a quandary. The victim's written observation at the name of the question tell of a spectacle band, where regrettably the specimen's marking do not fit the description in any way. What explanation can we give? Can we then give, pray? What was that sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night? No. Oh.
No, that's me.
Yeah, I did. Go ahead.
No! Don't look at me. This has nothing to do with any of this.
Oh, but it does. You have the answers to this quandary, even now, hidden behind your black. Yes, that which you were trying, but failing to conceal, can only be the snake's soft skin. Oh, he was lodging it! Evidently, after the subtle and horrid crime, this most deadly friend of yours shed its original skin. No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Woo!
Oh
Damn!
dear. Jeez.
Alright.
Last night, through the ventilator visible in this cabin, your then spectacle friend slithered next door. Using the bell cord on the other side as a bridge, the serpent silently descended to the victim's quarters. Alright. After this, I have a newfound respect for Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Sholmes.
Oh, okay.
I have a newfound respect for him now.
Yo, let's go.
In the dim light, it appeared to the young gentleman who was about to lose his life as a spectacle band. I'm gonna throw my light, it's getting very dark. In summary, the nature of this friend of yours, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, is the rare breed of snake whose markings change every time it slogs its skin.
So I have bad news for you, Tron.
Don't tell me
The
it's
whole
completely
shtick-
wrong.
No, he is wrong. He is very, very good at, like, observation and getting to the heart of the matter. But the way he interprets his observation needs a little bit of aiming. And that's what this part is about. You'll see.
We're fine-tuning his findings.
Mm-hmm.
That's... I can live with that, actually.
Mm.
I can live with that.
It's a very, very, very fun segment.
I can live with that because you would much rather have more than one eyes when it comes to any investigation. So in actuality, I can live with that mechanic. A snake so dreadful we could only imagine it would be found in the deepest depths of India.
Conclusion: a beloved speckled snake. Alright, new topic. How the death.
Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter, the grim demise of the victim. How did this young man lose his life? And why? According to the data of which I have been apprised, it would appear that there was no visible signs of injury. Ah, yes, Kim. Kurtlock Bames. In fact, circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom.
It's a constrictor!
Now, we take that as fact. We can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it's at the scene of the crime.
Oh no! Could that be?
Yes, an examination of the deceased body will prove the cause of death conclusively. The almost, but not quite, impeccable puncture wound left by the venomous fang will seal the truth. Yes, the vestige of the snake bites delivered by a terrifying friend.
This makes no sense.
This person's name is Hellzone Grenade. There is no points feigning ignorance, Miss
Right.
Pavlova.
His sources he made it the fuck up. Wait.
He's Herlock Sholmes. He is the source.
Who the hell's Maxar?
You do not know who Maxor is?
Well, I
Damn.
have some things to show you later. Alright. Did you read that one?
I
By the
read
way?
that, yes.
Okay.
After the incident, you endeavored to hide everything, didn't you? But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose. That's right! You hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that traveling case. When we first met in the cabin, it came to my attention that your case moved periodically. Your serpent's assassin was restless inside, no doubt.
You don't.
It is telling the victim made notes of the low, whistling sound that he heard minutes before his end. That was your signal, was it not? The sound you had used to train your serpent friend? So I'm guessing the issue here is that he assumed that she purposely sent the snake to kill.
Mm-hmm. Essentially. That's what his theory is, I guess. To train?
Indeed! You put yourself in through this ventilator and wait! After a period, you summon it back with a whistle. You couldn't know if the animal has done its duty, so you were listening for signs of life next door. My boy, not everything has to be... not everything needs to be an elaborate murder investigation. She could have simply let it out, and it went through the vet. Nothing more, nothing less. Doesn't excuse what she did, mind you, but it doesn't have to be an elaborate murder conspiracy.
But then, is it really a grand investigation for a grand detective?
That's like 9 out of 10 fucking investigations.
Anyways, did you read that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not actually. If the victim appeared not to have been dispatched, you would release the snake once more.
He has a crime reality filter.
Yeah, 100%. He's the equivalent of every YouTube and TikTok crime video.
He's a walking true crime podcast.
Oh god.
Oh gosh.
Oh boy, do I love doing Praetorium for the next 30th time.
Oh dear.
Do you deny this snake has undergone such training?
Even worse, he's a cosplayer. Oh no.
Hey, Sherlock Holmes is cosplaying as him.
Oh
He is the hype.
Oh no, he's cosplaying as himself. He made his all-no see and everything. Oh no.
So Herlock.
I mean, this is a
Holmes
sick
LARPer.
costume. If he is a cosplayer, this is a fucking sick costume, to be honest. Sorry, did you read the line?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. It's not true!
Moving slithered through the ventilator and down the bell cord. The creature needed only to sink its fangs in once. And its venom would course through the victim's veins, ending his existence forever. You know, there are some constrictors that actually does have venom. So this is not entirely wrong. Because for some snakes, the point of constriction serves as two purposes. One to keep them still so they can inject the poison, and two to make it to where they don't move around too much, so the poison can do its job. So actually, it's very well possible that the snake is venomous and the constrictor. That is the true nature of the spectacle band that took the poor young man's life. That's a Shrek. There can be no doubt. My logic is infallible.
Now it's time to figure out how his logic is fallible. Death by venomous snakebite.
Yeah, but no poison was found in his veins. It could 100% be the fact that, you know, his neck was simply broken. But then again, it's also a case of, you know, it's still very science is still in its infancy. Same. V, please.
Oh my god.
Yes, please take a look at my poisonous balls.
Oh my god.
That's a real nice. That's a real nice poisonous sack you got there, my friend.
Yes,
Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes, great detective of the spectacle band.
We gotta slow down, chat. We gotta slow down. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Hey, look, I'm currently going through a cutscene in Praetorium. I don't mind. I don't mind the distraction. The Praetorium in its 10-minute cutscene.
Literally everyone here is dumbfounded right now.
In all honesty, out of all the ridiculous things that has happened so far, this is probably like one of the more reasonable ridiculousness. You know,
Yeah.
outside of her training the snakes to kill people. But then again, we always remember there was a Florida person who was training squirrels to kill people.
Okay.
Specifically training them to attack her ex.
So basically, it's like it's crazy, but like
Not
on a surface
impossible.
level, on a surface level, not impossible. It makes sense.
Miss
Anyways.
Pavlov have trained her pet snake as a killing machine. There on the floor, you would observe a saucer of milk. The promise of food is the key to training any creature.
Snakes can't digest milk.
Incredible. You've solved the mystery.
Bullshit.
Amazing. Your great detection lives up to its bullshit. I see now why you have become such a bullshit individual.
Tron.
Oh, I'm sorry. My dear man. It was nothing remarkable. As the Russians say, I could have done it with one lechom.
Oh my. Could I venture an opinion, Mr. Sholmes?
But of course! What is on your mind as I smoke this pipe?
It's just about your deductions before. Some things don't quite make sense to me.
I welcome any questions to my method, and will answer both loudly and proudly!
Yes, but are you gonna answer correctly?
Probably not!
Oh, well, good. First of all, opens giant book.
First of all, opens book. You have grammatical errors,
Snakes-
so
snakes
automatically you're wrong.
Snakes are egg. None of these words were in the Bible, you see. Snakes are egg-laying creatures, part of the reptile family.
I'm sorry, Sherlock Holmes, but you're a pagan god. And for that, you're already wrong. You are well informed, madam.
And reptiles, don't drink milk.
Ah,
It's really only mammals that like to drink milk, you see? So, I'm not sure it would be possible to train a snake using milk as a ride.
no matter. No doubt Miss Pavlov used some other treat to encourage her pet to do her bidding.
Still you.
Milk was merely an example. The logic holds.
Well, there is something else. Snakes have no ears.
Ah. I swear, they say that snakes have no ears so they can't hear.
So, I'm not sure it
Oh
would
my
really be
fucking
possible to
God.
signal to a snake by whistling.
Those snakes have holes in
Oh,
holes in their heads over here. By madam! What's the tales of Arabia?
Shalms, shlams, shinkaloms, shaloms, whatever.
Well, you can't say that. Have you not heard
Yeah,
of the
no, I can't
snakes
say that. I
dance
can't
to
say
the
that,
sound of a
sorry.
flute?
I think perhaps the performers play their music in time with the snake's natural movements.
Oh. I see.
You're a fraud.
It's better than your clarinets playing, Inspector Hannigan. No hands, no feet, Yes! These creatures are so inept as to be practically useless!
Don't take it out on snakes, Mr.
If they were useless, they would have died centuries ago.
Don't take it out on the snakes, Mr. Suburbia.
Suburban.
There's one other thing.
You have more?
Snakes use the scales on their bellies to propel themselves. So,
Propel?
I'm not really sure that a snake could manage to climb up a flat bell cart like the ones in these cabins.
Okay, I actually like this. I actually really like this character. That sounds like a skill issue.
It should try harder. L plus ratio.
Oh, what's the ratio? Cope mode C.
Please, don't be angry with me, Mr. Shams.
Literally said that the snakes have a skill issue if it can't.
Even if the snake had gone through the ventilator to the next door cabin, it couldn't have come back without help.
The one time she questions this man's logic, it was to only damn you. How is she a friend?
No, she's not trying to damn me. She's just trying to be like, that doesn't make sense. I don't think this is quite right. We should probably find something that's more right. The Ace Attorney. Okay, so you might agree with it or not in terms of like lowering or whatever, but
no, the issue is that she 100% agreed with him when you were unconscious in the wardrobe and they arrested you for the murder. But when it comes time to where he says something that could have potentially gotten you free, she immediately says, yeah, no, that can't be right.
Yeah, no, so here's the thing, Tron. Like, one of the recurrent themes throughout the entire Ace Attorney series is the pursuit of truth. The trying to bring out all the facts to light, trying to bring out the truth of the matter to light. So most of the characters tend to start doing that, even if it's disadvantageous to their own position. Which, as you might know, is not something that a lawyer should be doing. But it is the theme of these games.
Unfortunately, it's not wrong.
So right now,
I can go on an entire rant about this, but that is something for post-stream.
So, anyways, this is definitely something that would lead us off the hook. But
it is going to lead us off the hook. So let's continue, please.
But yeah, what I'm trying to say is that there's a number of reasons why it's difficult to imagine Snake could have had a part in this. Oh no! Oh no! Not Mr. Susan.
Around me are familiar faces.
I think we need to step in and help again, Mr. Naruto. Oh no, you don't mean... Yes, we need to modify Mr. Sholmes' latest deductions and turn them into the great ones they ought to be. I had a feeling that was coming. Alright.
If with all of my desire, I want her to get slapped.
Alright, let's give it a try. Hey, we get to have fun though, Tron.
Just what I was waiting for. Mr. Hobo!
Yes. Right.
So, cast your eyes down to your wrist again.
What? You've done it again! Yeah, he unshackles you specifically for when you're assisting him in his deductions. You're gonna see why. Your handcuffs are gone.
Wolf.
Where did they go?
Fear not. I shall see they're restored after our work is done.
I really wish you'd leave them off.
Now, everyone, let us begin. Sherlock Sholmes is proud to present to you his logic and reasoning showtacular.
Oh my god. Alright. Dun-dun-dun-ba. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. The intruder's identity. Alright. Oh yeah, we can probably just go through them because you already read them. Cannot deceive yourself. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain. Boom. She does have a pained expression on her face. Yes, that's true. She looks.
You know what's the worst part?
Huh?
He could have 100% have just broken his neck when when the ship did an emergency stop. That's a 100% possibility.
That is 100% a possibility. She looks as though Kazuma-sama's death is weighing heavily on her mind. But you're not sure Mr. Sholmes had read her quite correctly, is that it? There'll be some other way to interpret her expression then. Let's take a moment and really look very closely at Miss Pavlova. So now you gotta like try to look around to try to oh something. You kind of like just look around the thing and find more clues and
Yeah,
for
I can see it
example,
in her hand.
Yep. So we got this one. Oh, Naruto-san, look. That looks like a very painful wound. It looks like a scratch made by some kind of small animal. And fairly recently too.
There are mouse traps around the boat. So off shot.
Oh, there are. There are.
Yeah.
Well, whatever scratched her doesn't appear to be around here. Alright, and now you get to present this. Yes! Pow! Yes, when you recall those horrid events, that claw scratch smarts with pain. It's yours.
Oh, I'm sorry. Indeed. And small observations reveal that the wound is fresh.
Huh? Miss Pavlova,
Why are you surprised by this?
No, she's surprised by the fact that they figured that out.
Ah,
Miss
okay,
Pavlova.
That's fair.
Miss Pavlova, did you in fact receive that scratch sometime last night? When I think about the young man who died next door, I feel so sad. And when I am sad, the pain from this wound is worse.
You know, this is reminding me of how the majority of Family Guy is really voice acted by a single person. So a lot of the times when he has multiple characters in a single room, it's just one voice actor talking to himself. It's just reminding me of that.
Oh jeez, was my voice way too similar there? I'm sorry.
A little bit.
I'm
No,
trying.
it's fine. No,
trying.
it's not that. That's not the issue. The issue is just that knowing that is just funny to me. That you're playing multiple characters, when actually, when you're talking for multiple characters, it's just you talking to you. I just find that funny. And that is the very pain. That's evidence that you're an excruciating link to the victim's death. So, we ask, what was the nature of that intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on that pretentious night? Naturally, it was the friend. Oh! You know what? You know what just hit me?
Yeah?
The snake could have been chasing a mouse, stumbled into the cabin and did him.
Huh. Interesting theory.
with which you boarded this vessel, was it not? As I suspected, another telltale glance. Without a doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent.
Okay, I
Oh,
forgot
you read
that
already.
that was a part that you had already read. Sorry. Seems likely that the scratch mark on the back of Miss Pavlova's hand was made by this friend of hers, doesn't it? Except, snakes don't have claws, do they? No, they don't. Don't even have hands or feet on which claws might grow. Well then, if that snake isn't her pet, what is? What's the true identity of this friend of hers?
You know what's terrifying?
Hmm?
A bunch of people made synthetic legs for a snake, and they quickly got acclimated to walking around with it.
Oh, legged snake. Oh gosh, bugs have teeth, fucking awesome pose and present evidence. This part is really awesome. This part is really awesome, guys. We
It's
should
the
follow her
JoJo.
case.
It's the JoJo segment.
We should follow her case, Naruto-san. That's where we'll find the answer.
It's called a ferret. Ah yes,
Alright,
Ah,
let's
yes.
see.
the fluffy noodles.
Oh. Wait, I remembered what the thing is. So we got Streaming Stroganoff, we got the Writhing Serpent, but we gotta kind of like look around a little bit, right? So what if we look around here? Oh, would you look at that? A photograph frame. Ah! Look at the photograph in this frame. Look at the photograph in this frame. This must be something
that-
Miss Pavlova brought with her when she ran away.
Neko. Neko.
She is exceptionally beautiful, isn't she? Isn't she? Yes, that's true. But personally, it's a little black creature she's holding that's got my... Do you not know what a cat is? Or are you just like... Are you just like describing it as a creature for now? It's caught my eye. Maybe we'd better take a closer look at this. Oh, now we have to... Little kitten. Look at a little cat Miss Pavlova is cuddling here. Oh, what a cute little kitten. It could vie with you, couldn't it, Naruto-san? For the blackest outfit. The black kitten. From the looks of this picture, at least, Miss Pavlova seems very attached to it.
Yes!
It is time to...
I thought you were shitting.
Look at this photograph! I saw this photograph in half!
Without doubt, your friend is the little kitten we see before us.
Yes, the scratch in the back of your hand makes that abundantly clear.
Oh no!
Uh,
Oh no! The whereabouts of this black kitten
All
isn't
those
clear, but
puns you subjected me through.
the whereabouts of this black kitten isn't clear. But what is clear is that you brought the animal with you when you ran away, didn't you?
He got physically slapped by law.
Slapped by law.
Objection in your face!
Darka is my best friend.
Oral warrior, may I please have a photoshopped image of Ryunosuke slam dunking law all over Pavlova?
Oh my gosh. Darka is my best friend. I couldn't leave her behind.
Darka would appear to be a Russian blue. And yet, that fact leaves us in a quandary.
Alright, I think it kind of changes.
The victims were in observation of the night in question.
Blah blah blah.
Tell of
Speckled
a
band.
speckled band.
It's regrettably...
regrettably,
Oh, that changed.
specimens marking do not fit that description.
Pray what's the side that belongs from the... Huh. Don't look at me. This has nothing to do with any of this. Oh, but it does. You have the answer hidden behind your back. Yes, that which you are trying but failing to conceal. The snake skin. Did you see that? She just took something out of her pocket and hid it behind her back. She's just left it in her pocket. No one would ever have known. Oh, yes. Ploys like that are Mr. Sholm's specialty. He's ever so cleverly forced her to reveal something. I thought deduction was his specialty. Or maybe making me believe that it was a ploy too. Anyway, I find it hard to believe that that's the skin of a snake. In which case, just what is my wisp of love hiding behind her back? Alright, and now let's see what's behind her back. Oh. Oh! There's something here.
It's a necktie with a...
Well, it is speckled. It is a band, but what is it? It seems to be soft and fluffy. A long piece of cloth of some sort. That looks like a handle at one end. I think it might be a cat's toy. This sort is common in the West, apparently. How is that a toy for cats? Cats like to chase the band around and paw at it. Kittens in particular love that sort of play. You only need to wave it in front of them and they pounce to catch it. That sounds positively adorable. Now it changed to cat toy, which means if we present this now... Yes, the thing you're trying to but failing to conceal is a cat's toy. That's you, Tron?
Precisely. And the true nature of the infamous speckled band. And it was the toy that you dangled through the ventilator. You waved it around, I presumed. Naturally, the victim could not fail to notice.
What's wrong, Cam? But why? For what reason?
My dear boy, there can only be one answer to that. After the feline friend disappeared to the ventilator into the neighboring cabin, he snapped Naruhodo! He snapped Ryonosuke's neck!
He just jumped him and just freaking snapped his neck like Assassin's Ninja style.
The cat was truly Puss in Boots.
Miss Paolo
no!
used the second cat toy to be done.
Oh my god, the cat was actually Puss in Boots. We found him. Oh my gosh.
Who's your favorite fearless hero? That movie had no right being that good.
That movie had every right being that good. Ah!
In summary, the nature of this and Miss Pablo, as Pablo was, which last night imitated the scene of the crime. It is the blithesome Russian blue breed of cat by the name of Darka.
He's allergic to cats and stings so hard the recall of the sneak broke his own neck. Yeah, I really went like, oh, my entire model died. Whoops. Oh my gosh.
Aki Jam sneezed so hard that she broke her neck. A truly troublesome feline, young Darka is proving to be. She must be caged once found. Forgive us for borrowing the photograph of your pet, Miss Pavlova.
The photograph of Miss Pavlova and Darka has been entered into the court record. It was after I gave her her food last night. That's when it happened. She scratched the back of my hand and then ran up the bell cord. Before I could do anything, she had disappeared through the ventilator. Darka. She is so naughty. A beloved kitten. Solved. Now, we have to guard this fact. The heart of murder, the grim demise of the victim. I think it might have changed a bit. News' life and why. No visible signs of injuries. Sprained by terrible venom. Now he's like that. What Mr. Sholmes says is true. There are no signs of a wound anywhere on Kazuma-sama's body. That's right. But Mr. Sholmes seems to be unaware of one
I gotta
very
go do
important
something.
detail.
I'll be back.
Okay. Kazuma wasn't poisoned. Yes, it would seem so. Let's give him the information he's missing now. Alright. It's this, right? Postmortem report, yeah.
I actually gotta go.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Go. Like for the rest of
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for having me on.
Well, you too. Well, you have a good night.
Well, adios, everybody.
Bye-bye. Well, chat, it looks like it's just you and me. It looks like it's just you and me. Alright. I'm gonna have to do the heavy lifting for every vice for now. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by the postmortem report. Ah, yes! I knew it was one or the other. His neck was... Indeed. The breaking of the cervical vertebrae is fatal. Only that Goliath would be strong enough to survive that. Seaman Stroganoff isn't some immortal freak, you know? The jury's out. Anyway, we have on good authority that the victim's neck was broken. The jury's out. Oh my gosh. Didn't you hear the absolute buffoon? Didn't you hear, you absolute buffoon? Oh, hold on. Oh my gosh, I wish I had my soundboard up because I have that exact soundbite. Actually, objection, dumbass. Haven't you heard? Didn't you hear, you absolute buffoon? Haven't you heard? Did Gumfuck not tell you? Oh, that shit. The terrible excuse of a... Yeah, but I don't recall the thing. The terrible excuse of their hypothesis. I'm gonna shove it right up your ass because it's fucking wrong. Why? Well, you see, once you look at this updated autopsy report... Something like that. I don't know. I messed it up. Anyway, we have on good authority that victim's neck was broken. Now, if we take that as fact, we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it's at the scene of crime. No, could it be? Yes, an examination of the deceased body. No, it's not that. Kazuma died because his neck was broken. In other words, he was probably struck by something. Or someone. Yes, that is a distinct possibility. As of yet, no weapon has been found, though. Presumably Darka didn't silently creep up behind Kazuma and deal him a fatal blow. I suppose it's possible that he had a fall and hit the ground awkwardly. It could have been a terrible act of misfortune that he broke his neck completely by accident. Oh gosh, I wish Tron was here. I wish Tron was here right now. Oh, yes. That fall could explain it. It's very hard to believe of Kazuma-sama, though. He wasn't a clumsy man. Well, we need to fix this distraction somehow. Is there anything from the scene that could explain what happened? Yeah. The mark on the floor.
Yes!
Yes! An examination of the mark on the floor will prove the cause of death conclusively. This particular mark, so prominently visible next to the victim's body, is a deposit of shoe polish. Shoe polish? Indeed. Positively identified by a little analysis device I have constructed, which I carry now as a matter of course. Beeswax, tallow, and dye were my results. The undeniable ingredients of shoe polish. And the color of the polish is a perfect match for the color of Miss Asugi's laced leather shoe. Looking at this mark, it's not hard to imagine what happened. For some reason, Mr. Asugi must have caught his foot at one point on the floor and tripped. Please, no. And by a dreadful turn of misfortune, caught his neck against some immovable object as he fell to the floor. Suffering a fatal blow to the spine, the victim's vertebrae shattered, and in that instant, he lost his life. No! Slipped so hard he tripped. No, gosh. I don't know. I don't know anything about this. Is that really true, Miss Pavlova? What about the evidence for the scene where Mr. Asugi's lost his life? Yes, the facts are as clear as day to me. Did all you could to conceal the incriminating evidence. But now your involuntary glance is the evidence that links you to the victim's death, and I don't believe it. Sumasama merely tripped over and now he's no more? It can't be true. I refuse to accept it. I know it's hard to believe, but the mark on the floor does seem to suggest that's what happened. But... And if this part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction is right, Miss Pavlova is trying to hide some evidence that would prove it. Here in this cabin, somewhere in the direction that she just cast her eyes. Where, I wonder? Let's have a good look around. The answer must be here somewhere. So it might be in... Okay, now it's not exactly as easy to find. Maybe it's in the wastebasket? Oh! There's something! It's a wastepaper basket. Perhaps all the first-class cabins have them. But Miss Pavlova only started occupying this cabin late last night. Presumably there's not much rubbish in there yet. Oh! What's that? Oh my god. I'm just taking a screen cap of this because otherwise Tron is not gonna believe me. Is there blood on this suitcase? Could be our bag is going to waste. I'm here for non-disposal. Oh gosh. It's a broken piece of glass. Hold on, I'm redoing that one. It's a broken piece of glass, isn't it? Yes, it is. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. If it looks familiar, perhaps it's more than your mind simply playing tricks on you. Okay. So do I just present this? Hold on. Oh, I can't,
Yes!
Ting! Bah! That's right. You had the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that waste paper basket. Ah! Here we have a fragment of some intricate glass object. It would seem one that has a familiar air, in fact. Precisely. We found another piece of broken glass on the floor in Mr. Asugi's cabin. And as you can see, the two pieces fit together perfectly. Oh. Oh. So, Miss Pavlova, shall we consider what this tells us? Why would it be that part of this glass object, which was evidently broken at the scene of the victim's death, should be found in a waste paper basket in your cabin? You're well acquainted with this glass bell, are you not? I don't know. That hushed Russian accent of yours won't save you this time, dear girl. Oh, she had a Russian accent the entire time. I'm sorry. What's the bell? Why? Because we have conclusive evidence linking you to the bell in question. What? Take it away, Mr. Nahodo. Yes. Evidence linking Miss Pavlova and the little glass bell, that would be the picture frame because Kitty Cat has bell.
Yes!
If you look at this photograph, you can clearly see, hanging from darkest color, the very glass bell in question. The truth has caught up with you, Miss Pavlova. The young man who lost his life last night did so after a truly inauspicious fall. And the cause of that fateful stumble? Your absent feline friend, Darka! Ow, my ears. Gonna be right back. Okay. See you later. I couldn't tell anyone. I'm sorry. Death by tripping over a cat. This is... Oh my gosh. This is a bit sad, isn't it? Deduction complete. Elementary. Why don't you tell us now, Miss Pavlova? Tell us exactly what happened last night. It was a little after 1 in the morning. It was so late, but I hadn't had time to feed Darka. So I gave her some food. And then, all of a sudden, she scratched me and jumped out of my hands. People do say that cats become very anxious and nervous in new environments. She was so fast. She disappeared through the ventilator.
I'm back.
Welcome back. We finished the deduction.
Of course you did.
Yeah, sorry. Also, Wolf is gone for the rest of the stream.
All right.
So, do you want to know what it was that killed Kazuma-san?
Sure.
This motherfucker tripped over the cat and broke his neck.
So what I said.
Yep.
So it was literally the simplest solution is sometimes the right one.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So why did he write the wardrobe in Russian?
Oh, Ray. Yeah, you know what? This is actually a good point. What happened to the Russian lettering? Why is that there?
Also, how does he know how to write Russian?
That is a very fair point. No, he might actually know how to write Russian. The question is, why is there Russian writing on the floor now? It's like the
Yeah,
one
that's
mystery that we have left. She was so fast. She disappeared through the ventilator before I could stop her.
And that is how you acquired the rather nasty wound on the back of your hand, I take it?
Yes. And I had read
sorry,
the, rules on the wall. I knew that I was not allowed doctor. I knew that I was not allowed doctor with me. Oh shit, who does
Yes.
that now?
Modern science suggests that animals can carry infectious diseases. It's a precaution, really.
Okay. So I listened and listened, trying to hear if there was some noise in the next cabin. It was very quiet. I was sure if someone was there, he must be sleeping.
So at that point, you thought it was safe to try and lure the kitten back again. By dangling the end. That's a very unfortunate image.
Oh,
End of the
yeah,
toy
you
to the
did it.
ventilator and into a adjoining cabin.
Nordcast always loves to stay, but it didn't work. Nothing worked. I tried using her favorite toy. I tried whistling to her softly, but nothing. She didn't return. So the faint whistling sound Casimir wrote about in his diary was Miss Pavlova trying to retrieve her pet.
Cats have a propensity to remain hidden in the shadows when frightened.
Yes, so there was nothing else I could do. I just had to wait until she had calmed down. But then... I nearly passed out with shock. I heard her cry out, and then... Oh, it was such a dreadful bang. And afterwards, nothing. It was totally silent. Kazuma was...
From the appearance of the brown mark on the floor, it seems likely that he would have heard from the victim stepping on the glass bell and tripping up. The SS Bruya is a large vessel. She can pitch and roll violently without warning. If Mr. Soggy was already off balance as a result of the ship lurching when the kitten got under his feet, a combination of unfortunate factors could easily have caused him to fall over. Can I say one thing before we continue?
Yeah, sure.
For the love of God, every time I do normal raid, I queue up for normal raid roulette.
Uh-huh.
I have this is like the 10th time that it gave me Cruise Chaser.
Huh.
But
Oh.
what's the game with the kittens afterward?
In the end, I managed to get her to come back through the ventilator.
Yes! Darka is nowhere to be seen.
I must have forgotten to lock my place. And now she's disappeared again.
Gracious. That cat is as insufferably restless as I am.
Well, he knows something about himself at least. When I woke this morning, I heard that a young man in the cabin next to mine had died. But I couldn't bring myself to tell anyone what had happened. I was too scared. Scared that it would send me back. Oh, hold on a minute. What about the snake?
You're right. Is it? The snake isn't your friend, Miss Pavlovna.
Oh, that's me.
Oh.
If the snake isn't your friend, Miss Pavlova, then whose it is, and where did it come from? What on earth is such a dangerous creature doing on board this ship?
Oh, I didn't say. Snake is my friend. His name is Piroshka.
What?
Not snake. Belongs to you.
He escaped from cage when the emergency alarm sounded. I was looking for him. I did not expect to find him in here.
Yes, how did that snake get into this cabin?
But animals are not permitted on board.
Ah! We are at sea for 1 year! You want to be so long without close friend? Without someone who understands?
Couldn't you find someone a little more human who understands you better? It's you.
But, my dear burly fellow, gargantuan venomous snake, surely you appreciate the danger you're putting everyone in.
No venom.
Hmm?
Piroshka does not have venom. He is harmless. Very long but very gentle. He is adorable like Garni.
It's venomless?
Yes. Now he is hungry, so he is in bad mood. But once I feed him, you will see big smile.
And you feed him what? Milk, I suppose?
Ah! Like they say they milk chickens? Ridiculous. Snakes that drink milk are only stupid stories. Piroshko eats mouses. Big fat round mouses.
Ah. Oh. So... is that what the mouse trap in the passageway out there is for?
Of course! How else can I catch my friend's favorite food?
Nothing says top of the food chain like the look in their eyes right now. Ah, Shums! Ah, Shums! Oh no! Oh no! Oh my god! Shums got Shums got called out for his story being stupid because he was saying that snakes drank milk. Oh my gosh.
It refuses to drink milk. It can't hear a whisper. It can't climb up a bulkhead that's not even venomous. Oh! How the deuces is something so inept line a starring role?
It's not my fault. I do not make up stories. My Piroshka has nothing to do with this incident.
So that's what happened. That's the truth behind my best friend's tragic death. What? I got fired. What the heck? Ah. Ah.
I'm back.
Oh, you're back. Okay. Hi.
False alarm.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Alright, so everyone's back. Yay, let's go. Well, not everyone, but you know, everyone that was well, no, not everyone.
The original crew is back.
Miss Pavlova? I understand the difficult situation you found yourself in, and I do sympathize. But please remember this. A young man lost his life. If you're going to attempt to cover up your guilt with lies, then no matter what the circumstances, I cannot forgive